The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of IBEW Local 369 Louisville Football Friday starts now.
Good evening from Male High School in Louisville, Kentucky. A study of contrast tonight as the Male Bulldogs and the Frederick Douglas Broncos face off. There's a geography difference, Lexington and Louisville. There's a history difference, 100-plus years versus 7. But one thing there's not a gap in is talent, and another thing there's not a gap in is speed and athleticism, Joey. Two talented teams here tonight.
The college coach's dream tonight. All the D1 prospects running across this field, all the guys that you'll see next year on a college campus. Probably some maybe even getting on the field right away as freshmen. But this is what it's about. You've got Male speed, you've got Frederick Douglas speed, you've got Male size, Frederick Douglas size, you've got a team that was 5A that's won a championship, you've got 6A championship caliber, championship pedigree Male. I mean, you couldn't ask for a finer ball game tonight.
No, absolutely. The Bulldogs come in probably the favorite in 6A, but Frederick Douglas, the defending 5A champion, and they've moved up in style. They have 4 losses, but that's largely a function of playing one of the toughest schedules in Kentucky high school football. They've got plenty of playmakers, and this should be a good one.
They've been to the show. Frederick Douglas, they know how it works. They've been there. They played these games. The last 2 years, their guys have been in the top of the top in 5A. Now they moved to 6A, which, is just a size difference and a few students here or there, give or take. So, in Male Bulldogs, they were there last year. They were there the year before. They were there the year before. They were there the year before. And now they're here again. So, hey, it's going to be an excellent showdown tonight. I'm looking forward to the weather, the rain, nasty playoff football at its finest.
It should be a good one. Frederick Douglas and Male coming up here on Glycod.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Male graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Male. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, representing the region's finest properties with exceptional skill, using the most innovative technologies available. UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Good evening again from Mayo High School. Frederick Douglas in Mayo. You know, for Frederick Douglas, there's not a lot of things they haven't done, but one thing they haven't done is play the Mayo Bulldogs. This is the first ever meeting of these two teams, but boy, Douglas has really come out of nowhere in the Lexington scene. They accumulate a massive amount of talent. They coach them up. Brian Landis, Nathan McPeak have both done an excellent job over there. And these Broncos, you know, there aren't a lot of teams Mayo plays that have the athletes on the edges that Mayo has. If Frederick Douglass doesn't, it's really, really close.
It's very close. You talk about a thing of first time them being in 6A, first time them being in the 6A quarterfinals. But, of course, they have been in quarterfinals. They have been in championships. Yes. They won a championship. They've been the beast. They've been the big dog on the block. So now they know. Yeah,
before we go any further, I want to point out that this broadcast is authorized by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the KHSAA is prohibited. Also want to thank one of our banner sponsors over at Thomas Car Wash. Thomas Car Wash is back for another season of Bulldog football on Glycod and proud to sponsor tonight's weather forecast. They've been fastest and finest since 1946. Take it to Thomas. Didn't need to wash your car earlier today with the rain, but maybe you do after this. Again, nice weather right now, a little bit humid, occasional wind, but you know, Tim Bryan tells me this, so it must be true, no more rain. So I guess that's the rule, Joey. I guess it's going to be dry from here out.
If Tim said it, it must be true.
I'm taking it to the bank. On the other side of this break, some comments from Frederick Douglass coach Nathan McPeak. Douglas and Mayo coming up here on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy Smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy Smokes!
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
Went back to 5A, and then obviously our school's built up to where we're in 6. But, our schedule is, it is what it is. We had a really hard time finding people to play, just to be honest. I wanted to bump our schedule up, but part of that was, I wanted to do it, but part of it was necessity to, get 9 games. We didn't even get 10 games this year. Had to take 2 bye weeks just because we couldn't find people to schedule. So, but the people that we did find, are really, really good. And I think they got a combined record of 43-5 for 4 losses that we have. And it's not our expectation. Our expectation is not to be 5-4. But it is what it is. And, our kids have been through the fire. And we got a lot of young skill players that are growing up before our eyes, that just took a lot of lumps early, and they're playing really good football right now, so we'll see what we can do.
So one of those young skill players I want to ask about, at quarterback, it looked like you guys were set. You come off the 5A title, Cole Carpenter's back, but then injuries have shut him down, and you've gone with the sophomore, Jackson Stroutman, at quarterback. How's Jackson doing, and what do you need to see from him tonight against Mayo?
Take care of the ball. He's getting a lot better. He's got a really strong arm. Obviously going into the season, we anticipated him getting a year at JV and kind of building up, the playbook and building up the confidence. And, boom, Cole has a, elbow injury and has to have surgery, and he's in. Mm-hmm. So, he's been through the fire. I mean, you got to play Akron-Hoban, you go to Trinity, you play Indianapolis Cathedral, you're playing at Corbin with 7,000 people opening up their stadium and everybody yelling at you. So he's been through the fire and playing Boyle. So he's played some really good opponents, and obviously he's got to take care of the football, not turn it over, and just get the ball to our playmakers. A lot of people talk a lot about that position. Everybody does in the game of football, but his teammates got to do their job as well around him for him to be successful as well.
I would think tonight that one thing you got to be hanging your hat on, Frederick Douglas has an excellent defense this year. This game really a matchup of 2 teams that played pretty darn well on defense all season long. What have you seen this week from your defense, and do you have any big asks tonight? Does it change anything, or do you just try to do what you've done all year long with these guys?
No, I mean, obviously you have some wrinkles, just like Coach Wolf will. You have a few wrinkles, but, you get to this point because you're, solid on what your game plan is and, what you're doing. So when your personnel doesn't change, I mean, you have what you have on your football team. So, defensively we'll do what we do just like they will. But, I was a little disappointed in our defense against Boyle. Obviously they're very good, but we've come back and had 2 excellent games against lesser opponents. But I thought our energy levels were good. We tackled better, the first couple rounds of the playoffs because, that's something that we definitely have to hang our hat on is play great defense. So, definitely be a factor tonight. We got to get, a lot of really good players on the ground. I mean, they got a great running back. They got 2 great receivers. They got 2 big offensive tackles. I mean, they got a lot of good players. So we're definitely going to have to be on top of our game.
Should be a good one. Nathan McPeak from Frederick Douglass playing Male for the first time ever in the regional final coming up here on Glycod. And Nathan McPeak, one thing he probably doesn't acknowledge there is that he's got a lot of pretty good players too. And it should be a good one tonight. Joey, before we go any farther, tonight's keys to the game are presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. As far as keys to the game, these were some of the things that you picked out about Douglas that stood out.
No, can their defense, can they contain Male's explosive weapons? You've got about 4, maybe 5 players that are first team all district at Male. You've got your Gainies, you've got your Gates, and several others. Can their defense contain those explosive weapons?
Yeah, that's a big thing to ask. But then offensively, you want to get those playmakers out on the edge going.
Yeah, you've got to get Chenault the ball. You've got to give Deron Talbert the ball. You get Tay Allen, who scored 3 touchdowns last week. Get those guys the ball, and can that offense get off? Sometimes they've had some trouble against some of the I want to say more even competition that they played. Sure. They've had some trouble right there. And, of course, the third thing is it's always in these playoff games, you've got to limit your turnovers and limit your miscues. You got to, don't turn the ball over, don't fumble. You can't have 5, 6, 7, 8 false starts or offsides, and that's key. That's key to winning the game right there for the Frederick Douglas Broncos.
2 teams that haven't turned it over a lot. 9 for Frederick Douglass, only 5 for Male. For Male, just keep that offense rolling. A big part of what they're looking to do.
Just keep the train rolling. You've got player after player after player that, you just put in another running back or put in someone else and average 40 points a game.
And then that defense.
The defense, they got to stop that speed. If they can stop the speed of Frederick Douglass, then right there, then of course, the timely turnovers or flags, and that's how Male wins the game.
That'll be key. We'll be back here on Glycod. Douglas and Male coming up.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Flying direct, not just flies.
insurance, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Joe Cox talking with Chris Wolf ahead of tonight's matchup with Frederick Douglas. Coach, first time you guys have ever played the Broncos, and one of the things that stood out to me, this is a team that really played a tough schedule this year, so they are used to competition, much the same for your team. The other thing that's pretty similar, a lot of high-level athletes in this game on both sides of the ball. You don't see a lot of teams with as many good players as Frederick Douglas.
No, you don't. They certainly have talented guys all across the field. And to your point, they played top 3 team in Ohio, top 5 to 10 team in Indiana. They beat Trinity at Trinity, and then lost to 2 undefeated 4A teams in the state, with Boyle probably being the best team in the state by most people's account. Corbin not far behind, if even behind. I know they're playing this week. So, yes, a really tough schedule and talented team.
Yeah, and wanted to ask for you guys offensively. Got a big game last week out of Shemai Gates. Not too many teams have a 1-2 punch like you do with Gates and Burton. Last week it was pretty Shemai heavy, but through the year it's kind of alternated. Where are you at with those two guys, and what do you need from them against Frederick Douglas?
Well, they just continue to do what they do. We ended up getting more plays last week, more snaps, partly because it was such a close game. I think we ended up with 60 snaps. One of the things that we've gone through with the running clocks, I think we've had 6 or 7 running clocks, is we're only getting 30 to 35 snaps, less than 40. So it just turns out that's just the way it turns out. So I think last week, to your point, Shemai had 18 and Chase had 11.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you get 60 snaps, that's a pretty good 1-2 punch. I think Shemai was like about 160 and Chase was about 80. So that that's a lot of production out of those two guys.
Oh, sure. Defensively, kind of a slow start 2 weeks in a row. Do you change anything there, or is it just it's playoffs and the competition's going to get tougher?
Well, we'd like to do better out of the gate. There's no question about that. Everybody's dealing with the same thing. The first game we had some key players out. We got guys injured and guys that aren't getting to practice, and we're just trying to get them ready for Friday night. And the other thing is you're playing determined teams that have an identity. Great Crossings had an identity as a run team, and they were good at it. And Fern Creek is a talented team that can run and throw. And so it takes a little bit of time sometimes to get your sea legs on the defensive side of the ball when facing teams that know what they're doing on offense. So, and we got the same thing this week with Frederick Douglas. That we want to get out to a good start, but you just don't ever know playoff time.
That's true. Offensively, another pretty sharp game for Coulter Smith. Big game for DJ Grinter. Your passing game, we've talked about how you featured a lot of guys, but really the guy obviously at the helm has to be a big part of it. You have to be feeling pretty good about the way Coulter's been playing. And, anything particular you tell him this week against Douglas?
No, I mean, he is he's lights out right now for me in practice. We get to the point where, he just puts the ball where it needs to go. He can process his progression so fast. And I know I got recency bias, but, man, I tell you what, it's hard for me to remember a quarterback that can process progressions as fast as him. He's just been outstanding, and it's just he's risen to the occasion each time we've asked, so hopefully he'll continue to do that.
It's a big occasion tonight. Regional title, first ever matchup, Mayo and Frederick Douglas coming up here on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Douglas drawing ever closer. Plenty of outstanding players on both sides to talk about, and plenty of key players to keep an eye on for our viewing audience this evening. On both sides of the ball, on both teams. It is just, you said, if you're a college coach, you love this. It is an extravaganza of talent. And on offense, here are a couple of the big guys for the Bulldogs.
Well, you got the young sophomore who's going to have to, step up tonight and show himself. Jackson Strautman, he's going to have to do what he does. But you got all Glycod receiver there, Duron Talbert, and you also have Avion Chenault. Those two guys right there, they're both juniors, and they're just studs. They're studs. Yeah. That's two guys you're going to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Zuri Madison in the trenches.
You got Zuri Madison, who's already verbally committed to Arkansas. And then you've got on defense, you got Caden Clay, linebacker. He's an all-Glycod selection. And, so they've got tons of talent. Then you've also got a guy who's verbally committed to Michigan. That's a DB, and that's Jeremiah Lowe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what – I've already named six guys. I'm like, man, that's awesome.
It's a who's who, and that doesn't stop on just the Frederick Douglass side, of course. How about Max Gainey, the top receiver in 6A in touchdown grabs this year, our Louisville Player of the Year.
Glycod Player of the Year. Glycod Player of the Year. Max Gainey right there. What do you say about him? And then, of course, you got another all-Glycod selection. You got Coulter Smith, the quarterback. You've got Chase Burton, running back, who's not the starter.
Right.
He's not the starter.
Pretty good number two to have.
The starter.
Like Antonio Harris out there at receiver. Pretty good second option.
And Antonio Harris, next thing you know, he's scoring touchdowns. You're like, oh, that guy's great. I'm like, oh, he's the second guy.
Gates, the big play running back, heading to Louisville next year.
Gates is already verbally committed to Louisville right there. He's got offers. He's a Glycod team selection.
Big
player.
Spike Souls up front.
You got Spike. Yeah, big Spike over there. 6'2", 270 right there. He's got offers all over the place right there. And they even have a solid kicker, Luke Van Lendingham. I mean, where do you go? I mean, and then we hadn't even talked about the linebackers.
Oh yeah.
Well, you want to get into them? I mean, you got Solomon Conley. You got Kevin Wilson. You got DeAndre Malone. Then on the D line, you've got Javion Dorsey. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
It is an embarrassment of riches, and we're looking forward to it. Douglas and Mayo coming up here on Glycod.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. From Glycod, it's IBEW Local 369 Louisville Football Friday. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on IBEW Local 369 Louisville Football Friday.
It is, as they say, all over but the shouting. Mail is going to open with the football, wearing the slick black uniforms. We were talking about that off air, Joey. You're a little bit resentful you didn't get to don the black in your day.
I coached here 18 years, and we never got to wear the black. They had some black jerseys, and the players would say, Coach, if we wear black jerseys, they're worth a touchdown. You know, that intimidation coming out in the playoffs, all black with that gold helmet, it's going to look just awesome. Nope. About 3 years later, 2013, they come out with black, and I'm just like, oh, man. So, anyway, back here to the kickoff.
Absolutely. Looks like
I think that
gotten frozen. Cooper Ranvier advances on the ball, kicks a high driving kick that drives Antonio Harris to the edge of and into the end zone for a touchback.
And, you know, Antonio Harris, as we said, as dynamic as he is, he's the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
You know, that just shows you how deep this male football team is.
He was definitely ready for a shot right there.
And that's one thing I always wonder, will they ever change that rule in high school? If the ball goes to the end zone, will they ever change the rule? No, you can't run it out.
I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Apologies for the technical issues. We're working it out, and we'll have you the picture to go with the words. But until then, shut your eyes and pretend it's old-timey.
Hey, radio days.
Here goes the male Bulldogs. Everybody's bunched in a tight formation. Coulter Smith, the quarterback. He's got Gates beside him. Throws it out to Gainey. Complete. Out across the 20, trying to find some space. Out over the 25 and down to about the 27, 28-yard line. So a pickup of 7 or 8. Good job by Max Gainey to take a short pass and turn it into a decent gain on first down.
Very elusive right there. E.J. Clinksdale had hands on him, but Gainey just kind of eludes him and shoves him off of him and gains a couple yards there. Nice play by the male Bulldogs.
Called a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2 at the 28.
You know, they're in that bunch formation right there. They're trying to bring them in and then try to use that speed to outflank them.
I saw the bunch a lot in the last 2 weeks. And there's our picture. Smith under center. Turns and gives it inside, running out over the 30, out to about the 33. Shemai Gates for a first down.
Easy run right there. You know, the big Bulldogs up front just pushing and shoving, and Gates gets a couple yards, and next thing you know, first down Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs, 2 plays, 13 yards, and that will reset things offensively. 1st and 10 at the 33. Again, apologies for the video issues. We're working on it as we speak.
You just see how massive Souls is. Spike, he's just 72 for male, just towering over players.
Shotgun formation this time. They run backside with Burton. Burton across the 35, the 40, the 45, and out to midfield. A nice run by Chase Burton off the right side right there.
And, you know, they give him the ball right there, and next thing you know, it takes two or three Broncos to bring him down right there. Just a little off-tackle play. Hand it to him, goes off right tackle, and just gains about, 10, 12, 15 yards?
Call it 17, a first down at the 49. The Bulldogs just shy of the midfield stripe on this opening possession of the game. 10:56 to go and the clock running.
Broncos look a little confused on defense right now. They're all moving around trying to figure it out. They don't empty backfield there.
Trips left with the empty backfield. That's the open side for Coulter Smith. Looks that way, throws right, complete across the 45, the 40, down to about the 38-yard line. A simple pitch and catch, but Colin Jefferson able to pick up a first down right there.
A young sophomore just catching the ball, pitch and catch. That's a little hitch route to the right and just gets upfield. There's nobody there. Like I said, the Broncos, they looked a little confused on defense, and they didn't know who to cover. They're like, there's nobody in the backfield. It's like they're just wandering around looking. Oh, here we go.
There we go. First down at the 38. Mail driving down the field on this opening possession. And they hand it off, and this time Douglas reads it, plays it well. Short yardage, really nothing there for Shemai Gates.
That's what the Broncos are looking for, some more of that. You got Evan Case out there and a couple other Broncos in on the play. Just they're going to need a lot more of that tonight.
In fact, call it a loss of 1 second and 11. 10-12 to go. Opening possession of the game. Frederick Douglas got the ball to open us. They've driven it into Douglas territory. Both of these teams give up under 15 points a game, so two stout defenses. 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Coulter to throw. Fires a long pass caught. Over across the sticks, DJ Grinter with a nice play for a first down. That's a guy who we've seen more and more of the last couple of weeks, Joey. He's doing a good job out there.
The senior, he's become more part of the game plan there, and that's a big-time throw there by the quarterback. If you don't understand how far that was, he had to throw it. That's a beyond a college play. That's like a professional throw right there. That's a long way, and he threw a strike right to DJ, and DJ gets enough for the first down. Big-time play right there.
First down for the Bulldogs down about the 27-yard line. Smith under center this time. Sends Grinter cross formation. They run behind him. Gates maybe got a yard. Not much there.
No, little number 64 right there. And I don't want to say little, but he's, they say 6'8". I don't think he's 6'8". I think they meant 5'8", but he's 5'8", 230, the junior, and that's Jackson Dowles. Dowles on a nice play right there.
He got some height out there. Chenault, that wide receiver, that's a guy who can hoop a little bit, Joey. I've seen him on the hardwood as well as the gridiron.
I think he's got some pedigree. He's Chenault. UK people know some Chenault, so you know who that is. Little family genes right there, so he's trying to carry that legacy on.
2nd and 10 Bulldogs. Smith in the gun. Drops to throw. Got time. Fires. Caught at the 20 by Gainey. He's driven out right there. Played pretty well in coverage there by Terrion Hicks for Douglas. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and medium.
Yeah, Hicks gave a little room right there, and Gainey just comes down, then spins back out for a little out route right there. Timing pattern right there. Gained something. Good coverage, though, to prevent Gainey from getting the first down.
And they spot him at the 21, so call it a 3rd and about 5. Solid first possession, but this is the first time Douglas has really been able to dig in here. Let's see what 3rd down yields.
Big play for Douglas here. 3rd down and about 6. Big-time play.
Smith under center. Turns around, hands it off. Gates picks his way. First down. Down to about the 15. Boy, it is such a bonus when it's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, and you can hand the ball off and pick it up on the ground.
Hand the ball off, go behind number 72, Isaac Spike Souls. Go right behind him. The back just picks his way. Souls just pushes man off, and first down. Move the chains, baby.
1st and 10, 15-yard line. No scoring yet, but Douglas knocking on the door. Mail knocking on the door of Douglas. Smith in the gun. Trips left.
Blitz.
Douglas showed pressure. They run backside. Gates gets free inside the 10, and he's tripped up. It'll be near another first down, depending on where they spot it.
And I don't know if that's by design, but I watch Mail more and more. It seems like everybody that blitzes Mail, they seem to run right away from it.
Yep.
And I'm like, are they the luckiest team ever, or do they just know?
They scheming it?
Yeah, they know
right.
it. Yeah, I don't know how that is, but it seems like everybody I've seen blitz Mail, they run the ball right away from that blitz, and 1st and goal. Here we go.
Yep, 1st and goal at the 5. Wildcat formation. Gates, the quarterback in the Wildcat. Chase Burton in as the setback on his right. Shemai Gates claps his hands. Here he goes. Hands it to Burton. Sweeping left. Can he get to the corner? It's close. Did he get there?
No, sir.
He did not.
No, sir. Jeremiah Lowe. What speed. I thought it was an opening. I thought I'm counting 6 points, touchdown right there. I'm like, Chase Burton. I thought there was room. If you, oh my gosh, there was so much room there. I'm thinking he's going to make that in easy, and this blur comes out, boom,
that's
right
that
there.
Next level speed.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah Lowe. And, like I said, Jeremiah Lowe, he's committed verbally to Michigan. He's an all-glycod player from Lexington. That just shows why Michigan wants him. Big-time play right there.
2nd down inside the 1. Still in the gun, still in the Wildcat. Gates keeps it himself, and he gets in. Shemai Gates with a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Nice solid run right there. Just kind of fakes it to the back and keeps it and goes. Honestly, last play was like one of the first times I've ever seen him give it on the Wildcat. As much as I've watched the Wildcat throughout the years, I've never ever seen him give it.
I keep waiting on him to unleash a pass. That's my.
That's next level. That's next level.
Haven't seen it yet. Vallandingham on for the extra point. Here's the snap. Steron Davidson puts it down. Vallandingham boots it, and it is good. 7-0 Bulldogs here on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
The Mayo Bulldogs strike first. 1 yard, Shemai Gates touchdown run. Extra point makes it 7-0. You couldn't have asked for a better start for Mayo, Joey.
It's the way the Bulldogs wanted to start out. And, you know, we kind of expected Mayo to be able to do that. But it's the other thing is what's going to happen here with
Kicks on
Douglas.
The ground, and Douglas does cover it up.
Can Douglas counter? You know, they've got the offensive weapons. Will this Mayo Bulldog defense with their linebackers and DBs, will they be able to shut down the Chenaults and the Allens and, you know, and this sophomore quarterback? You know, what's to come right here for their first drive?
It was Graham Dunn who covered up the kick. You'll see Jackson Stroutman, the sophomore quarterback. They spread the ball around. They don't get to run a lot of plays, much like Mayo. When you play a lot of running clock games, you don't tend to get a ton of snaps.
Well, those guys, they especially have explosive plays, too. When you rank 40, 50, 60-yard touchdown runs, you're not going to have too much offense to run.
Sent Talbert across formation, and as the snap comes back, we've got a false start on the Broncos of Frederick Douglas. Well, that's not something they wanted to do.
No, you don't want to start the game off that way offensively. I don't know if a wideout took off too quick early or I kind of missed it there, but I was looking at the offensive line, and I guess guys got a little excited out there. Wideout got a little excited.
Want to keep an eye on Big 77 there, Zuri Madison. He's the Arkansas commit. He's out there at right tackle. He is a mountain of a man.
Tight splits.
1st and 15. Two backs, and now Talbert one of them. He went one way and comes back the other. He fake it to him, and Stroutman is buried. Mayo absolutely not fooled for a second by that.
No, sir. Javion Dorsey and a host of other Bulldogs right there not taking the fake at all, just blowing the quarterback up right there for a loss.
Now they had a party in the backfield, and there were many invitations sent out to that one.
A lot of gold helmet invitations for that one. I'm telling you, they did not bite on that fake one bit.
Second down at 17. Douglas on its heels. Trailing 7-0 and now getting into a difficult down and distance. Trips left, and Stroutman, as a flag comes in, throws incomplete over the middle.
And that's from the outside, Judge. I don't know what that could be.
It's going to be on Frederick Douglass. I see him asking the Mayo coaches, do you want the penalty? So he points again.
Illegal formation, possibly?
I thought I saw substitution, but we'll wait on the – nope, false start. Yep. But it's declined, so they'll take 3rd and long. That was illegal formation.
So they're rattled. They're rattled here. It seems absolutely. Like the Bulldogs, got a couple guys. They've got to say, hey, ref, I'm on the line or I'm not on the line. And, when you're not doing that, and that referee, is what is, that's what's happened right here.
3rd and a ton for Stroutman. Mayo figures to bring some heat. Looks to the sideline. Coach Nathan McPeak. Crowd getting a little rowdy. Stroutman to throw.
Terrible.
As flags
Too bad.
Come in again.
It's number 12 right there, the wideout. He is as they got the play from the sideline. The wideout on the near side here. He was still moving. As as they snap the ball, he's still adjusting and. When he takes 2 steps out to adjust and the quarterback snaps it, you're going to get a legal procedure, every time. He cannot move. You just need to stay set, young man. Don't move.
Cooper Ranvier draws the flag. 3rd and 22 now.
And he's turned into their third option.
Yeah, he's the kicker who is also an excellent receiver, big soccer player.
Yeah,
figure.
He's turned into their third receiver, and soccer over now, so he's got to hold his spot.
3rd and a mile for the Broncos.
There they go. They held it.
They run it backside, and there is some room, but it's going to be 4th down and a ton.
Yeah, there he is, number 11 right there. Your all-Glycod player right there, DeAndre Malone at linebacker, the senior, in on the play. Bending but not breaking. Give him a little bit, but, hey, they got a long way to go, so let's get this and get a punt return, get Mr. Gainey out there.
Tay Allen gained 7 on the run, but 4th and 15. Ranvier to punt. Gainey backs up. He's back around his own 30-yard line now. So healthy respect for the kicking leg of Cooper Ranvier. The snap gets through. The kick is out. It's actually a little bit short. Hits near midfield, but takes a big Frederick Douglas roll. Gainey can't touch it, and it'll be down at around the 25.
Nice punt there. Mayo doesn't ever have the up back there, so Gainey's kind of on his own, and just smart play by Gainey. Smart play, let it bounce, and let's work again. Let's get the ball. Let's go again here, guys. Let's go again.
49-yard punt, but no return for Ranvier. That's one thing Mayo doesn't see a ton of, punters who can flip the field, and he just did a pretty good job of it.
Did an awesome job of it. But as you see, big Stephen Thomas, number 76, big Isaac Sorrells, number 72 out there for the Mayo Bulldogs. 2 big linemen out there just waiting to plow away here.
1st and 10 Mayo, their own 25. Already on top by a score. Coulter Smith looking for more. Sets, fires, Gainey, caught. Picked up about 9. Just squares his way out of bounds, out to the 34.
They're showing a healthy respect out there for Gainey. They're playing him very soft out there, just giving him almost anything underneath, and Gainey just does a little 8 and out. Quarterback has time, pitch and catch right there. It's 7-on-7 football.
It's true. Looked pretty simple. 2nd and 1. And you got to love a playbook situation with 2nd and 1. You can call anything in the world right here.
Oh, man, you love to be 2nd and 1. Play action, flea flicker, triple reverse bomb.
With ice cream on top. 2nd and 1 at the 34. They send a motion man, but they just run it inside, and I think Chase Burton got that first down, but not at more. They didn't go too fancy, but he did pick up the first down yardage. That'll move the sticks.
Got what they needed, just simple handoff, and good job there by the Bronco defense. They gave up 2, but he only needed 1, so first down Bulldogs.
First down out to the 36. Everything going Mayo's way so far.
It looks like Terrion Hicks out here, DB against Gainey. He's just kind of giving him all the room he wants. Just kind of he's playing pretty soft on him. That's why they're going underneath. Looks like Gainey's on the other side now.
Yeah, he's got Harris now, who's on the right, trips left for Coulter Smith in the gun, drops to throw. Set up a screen, and it's tipped. And, boy, Frederick Douglas just about flipped the momentum switch right there. That was a dangerous play.
Chandre Maxberry, the 6-foot, 240-pound junior right there, just gets his hands on the ball. Nice job, nice defensive play there by him to tap that ball and prevent that screen, because if he doesn't tap that, that's going to be a big play for the Mayo Bulldogs.
2nd down at 10, 36-yard line. Pistol formation for Coulter Smith. Got a tight end into block as well. Play fake, and they throw, and incomplete. And that time, a little more aggressive play out there for Terrion Hicks against Antonio Harris.
Yeah, Hicks, he didn't play as soft on Harris right there. He played Harris a lot tighter than he played Gainey, and was right there waiting for the out, and nice coverage right there. Good job, young man. Good defensive coverage right by the DB. You got to love that.
A 3rd and 10, Frederick Douglas behind schedule, or Mayo behind schedule. Frederick Douglas right on schedule. They love it. Let's see if Mayo's got a 3rd and 10 play in their pocket.
Becoming a little more aggressive this time, this defense, this series.
Smith to throw. Gets some heat. Throws and nearly intercepted. That was a dangerous pass to throw in the direction of Darion Neal.
Yeah, quarterback backed up, and he threw it off his back foot. He kind of sidearmed that and threw it off his back foot. Very lucky for the Mayo Bulldogs. Like I said, this series, if you're a Bronco fan, you love this series. And for Mayo, after the Gainey catch and the first down, the next 3 plays weren't very much of what you wanted to see.
The loneliest man on the Bulldogs sideline. Well, I say that in regard to punting. He gets a lot of kicking work, but Luke Vallandingham is the punter. Here he is. A rare appearance. And he boots it down the middle. It just takes a sideways bounce. That's going to go down to about the 37-yard line. Be touchdown there.
It'd be interesting to see what the Broncos come out with this series right there. First series, male Bulldog defense handles their business. The linebackers, etc. You know, those guys, DeAndre Malone, Kevin Wilson, those guys did what they need to do. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this second time that the Broncos get the ball.
So Male took the opening possession, drove for a score, but this time the Douglas defense forces a stop. Douglas shifts everybody in tight. Quick throw underneath, it's caught, and then able to shake free for a couple yards is Talbert, and he's up to the 39, maybe the 40, where he's met by Male's entire team.
That was an excellent first move there by Marco. Is that Marco Hill? Marco Hill, number 11?
No, Talbert.
Oh, is that Talbert? I'm sorry. And Talbert with an excellent first move right there. And after he makes the first move, then the Bulldogs show their speed right there, speed the defense, and they just come out and just make a play on him. And you thought he would have gained like 8 or 9 on that, but the speed of the Bulldog defense only grants him 2 or 3.
Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7 then out to the 40. Stroutman in the shotgun for the Broncos. Pitches it out, and Male bottled this up, but a nice run on the edge. And there's a little bit of that athleticism you see from Douglas. Tay Allen able to turn a play that looked like it was probably going to be a loss, and instead he turned it into about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Tay Allen, last week he rushed for 102 yards, 3 touchdowns. We'll see what's going to happen this week. That's a nice little run right there by him.
Douglas trying to go tempo here. 3rd and a long yard. Stroutman looks to the side now. Looks to the side again. Settles in. Stroutman hands it off, picking his way back for a first down to about the 48-yard line.
And it looked like Male was there, but they're so quick, I think they over-pursued the ball right there. Tay picks up a few yards right there. Was that Tay?
It was.
Tay picks up a few yards right there, and just looked like the Bulldogs, they were so quick, they over-pursued it, and he was kind of standing there. They ran past him, and then he jitterbugged his way in there for just enough to get a first down.
Yeah, he's 5'7", and he made himself about 5'3" on that one. Just kind of ducked down.
Ducked down. He couldn't find him, and next thing you know, the first down Broncos.
First down, Douglas at the 48 of Male. Late in the first quarter, Stroutman hands it off, backside, and Allen with some wiggle down to the 40 and near the first down marker. We'll have to see where they spot it, but right in the vicinity of another first down.
That's the Broncos showing a little something here. Coming off tackle right there. I don't know, the Male Bulldog linebackers there, they just weren't there to make the tackle until about 6-7 yards deep right there, which you don't see that very often at all.
First down at the 38 for Frederick Douglas. Trying to pull even on this drive. Talbert was on Stroutman's left, switches to his right. Now goes out as a receiver. Looks that way, then throws the other way, and a nice play on the backside. That was a dangerous throw, but a nice catch by Dakari Talbert.
Are they going to say he dropped it? Yeah.
Apparently.
They're going to say he dropped it. Looked like he had caught that ball right there, but it was a good defensive play right there. And is that number 8? Looks like number 8 right there, DeMarcus Robertson.
Yep.
Robertson was right there against number 31 right there, Talbert, and just broke the ball up.
Talbert and Talbert, Darion the wide receiver, Dakari the running back. Second down. They run Talbert. That was Dakari, but a flag stops things, and it looks like another false start, and it is.
And that's on the wide out again. That's number 12. That's Ranvier right there, just getting an early start, And I know they say he's a soccer player, he's a kicker, he's the third guy, but, he's got to learn if you're going to play wide out, you just got to stand out there and wait till that ball snap, then go. You're not going to get any quick jumps or quick starts out here. You just got to just wait till the ball snap.
Just tell him that starting early is like using your hands.
There you go.
2nd and 15. They run it inside. Talbert puts his head down, picks his way down to about the 40. Not much there, but Dakari Talbert able to make it a 3rd and manageable, 10 or 11.
You know, that really hurt the Broncos right there, you know, when you have to lose 5 yards like that, because, you know, he gets those yards right there. It would have made it 3rd and more manageable, but instead you're still 3rd and 10 or more outside the box. Those are tough plays to get.
4-yard gain, 3rd and 11, 39-yard line. Ranvier has a strong leg, but he doesn't kick a lot of field goals.
No, I'm sure that's a long field goal.
Yeah, that would be about 55 yards. I don't know if he's got that much leg, but he's got a lot of leg. Stroutman to throw. Being flushed. Fires, caught. 1st down. Nice play right there for Avion Chenault.
Chenault just found the open spot right there. That's just the quarterback buying more time, and as he went out and rolled out, bought more time, got a huge block from his right tackler to give him a little more time. It's hard for a DB to cover 6, 7, 8 seconds like that. So Chenault finds the open spot, easy pitch and catch, 1st down.
1st down at the Mayo 27. Stroutman tries to throw it.
Oh, he got it.
Yeah, somehow out of that morass, Frederick Douglas comes away with it. Might have even gained a yard.
The ball just kind of bounced right back up to him. Very fortunate there for the Broncos right there. Kind of missed the handoff, and then the ball bounces right back to him, you know. And speaking of, you know, the turf, you know, it bounced back up to him on this grass. We talked about that. The Broncos, I don't think they played on grass this year.
Haven't seen much grass. 7-0 Mayo after a quarter. We'll be right back here on Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
After 1 quarter, Mayo a 7-0 lead with Frederick Douglas driving. You were talking, Joey, playing on grass has become unusual as you get to do here at Mayo. I remember when that was the norm. Now it's kind of the exception.
Yeah, it was the norm back in the day, and being at Atherton last week, getting to see the grass was a different view as well.
Stroutman fires complete. It's going to be short yardage. Graham Dunn on the catch, and that'll make it a 3rd down and manageable for Frederick Douglas.
A little quick play, just hit the tight end on a quick out right there, gain a little something there. Like I said, make it 3rd and manageable. And, yeah, the Broncos are trying to go tempo here against the Bulldogs. Trying to not huddling up, just looking to the sideline, just coming right up.
Picked up 4, 3rd and 6. Stroutman in the gun. Hands it off. It's Allen, and he's got a seam, and I think he's about a yard shy of the 1st down marker.
And that's a really nice play right there. They kind of fake as they're going to go right, then they kind of just flood the left side with the lineman and make a little seam right there for Tay-Tay. And Tay-Tay looked like he had a little opening there, but the quickness of the Mill defense getting there just before he gets to the 1st down.
4th and short, no kicker in sight yet.
Big time play right here. This could be a big momentum swing for either team.
On the 19-yard line, Douglas needs a yard. Mayo wants to get off the field. Stroutman hands it. Allen, I think he got it on 2nd effort.
Wow. Nice play there by Tay-Tay. Number 63 and number 17 trying to hold on there. That's Steron Davison, and that's number 63, Aviance Davis, just holding on, and Tay just drags him for the first down.
First down, Douglas back on the football at the 16. Mayo kind of in scramble mode, and whistles blow. But it's Frederick Douglass who takes the timeout. We'll take it as well. 7-0 Mayo here on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Seven nothing, the Mayo advantage, but Douglas driving. Got to give a shout out to Coach McPeak over at Frederick Douglass. He's a former offensive lineman. He's lost 60 pounds, Joey.
Wow. Well, to his credit, as I'm growing up, I see most linemen do lose weight as they get.
Yeah.
I mean, they just get real big, and then when they don't play, they get smaller.
First down at the 16. They run it inside. Picking his way, Allen gains a couple.
Allen has a lead block right there. That's number 56, Austin Harmon right there trying to lead the way for him, and they pick up a quick 5, and no huddle
right
again.
Back on the ball. Stroutman ready. 2 receivers each way. Now empty backfield. Stroutman to throw. Pressure comes. He's grabbed. He's sacked. Hello, Javion Dorsey.
There he is again. That guy is a player right there. That guy, he's all Glycod. He's a player. Makes plays. Players make plays, and that's what he did right there. He just took it upon himself and just said, hey, I got it, team. Back up. I got it. I'll make the sack here. I'll make it 3rd and 10 plus.
Yep, 3rd and 12 now. Mayo trying to stop the Douglas drive. Stroutman looks to the sideline. Now settles back in. The sophomore quarterback looks to throw. Fires over the middle, picked off. Picked off down on the goal line, Antonio Harris.
Hey, that's your second wideout. That's your top DB right there, Antonio Harris. The Mayo Bulldogs showed blitz. Linebackers backed out. The quarterback thought he had an opening, thought he was crossing the middle, and Harris just steps right in front and makes a big-time interception. Nice job there by the Mayo Bulldog defense.
So Mayo snuffs out the Frederick Douglass drive and gets the football back.
And if you're a Bronco fan, you're hoping that doesn't ruin the confidence of your quarterback. But on the other side, the Mayo Bulldog team there, bend but don't break defense. They've only given up 10 points per game. They're one of the stiffest defenses in all of the state, So, hey, they're number 1 in Class A and Class 6A, and they're number 6 statewide, allowing just 10 points a game. What good job by the Mayo Bulldogs.
Everybody bunched in tight here for Coulter Smith on first down. Gainey crosses formation. They run behind him. And Frederick Douglass is all over it and hauls this one down, a tackle for loss.
Looks like that defense woke up over there. They're just trying to make plays right there. I think that's number 24 right there, Deron Neal. Right there, Neal, first one on the ball right there with a host of other Broncos. And, they're going to let them know, hey, this ain't going to happen. You aren't going to run the ball on us like that.
Darion Neal, one of those Neal brothers. There are seemingly a million of them, and each one's better than the one before or something like that.
Something like that. It's like, hey, I'm better than my brother, and he played 2 years ago. Next one comes up, hey, I'm better than my brother, and he played 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
They're all good.
Man, that's the whole thing. Even though you're better than him, they're all good. You're right.
2nd and 11 Mayo after the loss of a yard. Back on their own 19. Smith's got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Play fake, and he looks to fire. Does fire out in the flat and incomplete. Covered pretty well that time by Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, that's Logan Bruson right there on the underneath coverage. And then, of course, you have Terrion Hicks on the deep coverage, and they just layered Gainey over there. There's one underneath Gainey, You got, as I said, number 16, Logan Bruson underneath. Then you got Terrion Hicks behind him, and they're just like, you got to make a perfect throw, telling Coulter Smith, you got to go up and over, perfect throw. Can't get it in. Going to be third down.
Buson's another big basketball guy. He's got kind of a Chuck Hayes game. He's a little undersized as a basketball guy, but he's rugged out there.
Hey, everybody needs a good 3-man that plays 4. And you basketball people know what I'm talking about.
Third down and 11. After the turnover, Mayo struggling to capitalize. Coulter Smith in the gun. Looks to throw. Got some time. Takes a shot downfield, and it's incomplete. Nearly intercepted right there. Landon Menifee able to break it up. Took a shot at Max Gainey, but a little bit short on that one.
It looks like the Bronco defense is saying wherever Gainey goes, let's put 2 there. You know, there was one right there on the backside of him, and then there's one that just came right up underneath, and Menifee just misses the ball right there. But nice job of knocking the ball down, creating 4th down for the Broncos to get opportunity to get a punt here.
Vallandigham to punt it.
Say they're set up for a return here. Got 2 guys back there, not bringing very many.
High snap, but Vallandigham gathers, punts it off to the right side, but it takes a big hop, and Mayo just going to let it go and see how far it'll trickle. Going to be down to about the 35, 36-yard line. So pretty good job right there by Vallandigham flipping the field.
Great job by the Bulldogs, but, you know, if you're a Bronco, you know, you got 2 guys up there. You tell those guys, look, he hasn't kicked the ball very deep. Let's get up here. Let's fair catch it. We're giving ourselves 20 yards. You know, it's 20 yards of field position. Yeah, you know, if he catches that, they're probably close to midfield. That's a big-time difference right there. But, you know, they moved the ball last time, except for the interception right there at the end. So let's see what they can come up with.
1st and 10 Broncos, their own 36. 3 guys in motion. Everybody gets set now. They play fake. Now they hand it off inside and out over the 40 to about the 43-yard line. And that was Tate Allen.
Tate Allen following number 74, Howard Carter, out there blocking for him. And they're doing a good job against this Mayo defensive front here. You know, most of the time, I haven't seen anyone move the ball like this on Mayo in a long time.
2nd down and 3 after a 7-yard pickup. Douglas settles back in. Mayo showing some pressure. Let's see if they come. A lot of shifting. Stroutman gives Allen. Allen finds his seam, picks his way for a 1st down out near midfield, out to about the 49-yard line.
A lot of misdirection out there, and, you know, it's to their advantage right there because you see the guards go one way, the linebackers follow them right there. Then you see the tight end come back over here and with a lead block for Tate, and Tate just eludes one tackler and gets the 1st down.
1st down out to the 49. The Broncos just on their own side of midfield. Stroutman sends a man done in motion. Looks to throw. Pressure comes. He steps around it as flags fly.
Illegal motion again. The offense, they're just moving. They're just moving a little quicker than the ball snapped right there. That's about the 4th one right there. They're just moving a little quick there.
One of the assistant coaches upstairs.
And these penalties are just
a little upset.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be upset. You know, when you played, 12 ball games, 13 ball games, and you're still having illegal motion problems, either the crowd is super loud and we're in the Superdome, or something like that, or you're just, your guys are just, you're just off a little bit. And you can't, this round of the playoffs, you get this deep, you can't be off like that. Keep doing that, and you're not going to make it to the next round.
1st and 15 now for Frederick Douglass, 44-yard line. Stroutman gives Allen, works his way through the middle, picks his way for a couple, dives forward at the end. The ball came out. Mayo says they've got it. I don't think the officials are going to buy it.
No, that referee on this side, he's pointing down at the ground right there. He's going to say he's down. Tate is just kind of.
Tate's limping now.
Yeah, I was going to say he's kind of
loose. He goes down.
Kind of elusive in there, just going back and forth, and then right there at the end, I think
he's upset about it. We're going to step aside for a break. 7-0 Mayo here on Glycod.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research is...
Gotcha.
So Allen helped off. Pharaoh Watts comes in his spot, 2nd and 11 now. And the snap, nobody's paying attention. That ball's live. Douglas comes back and gets it. Pharaoh Watts turns it upfield, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. I have never seen that in my life. It's not Pharaoh Watts, it's Darian Talbert.
And Talbert,
have you ever seen that?
Talbert, maybe it's a set play. Hey, snap it over his head. Talbert from the wideout position, go up, end around. Let's go up and get some yards.
He actually did. He gained 2 yards on it. You talk about speed, though. Talbert looked like he was shot out of a cannon, and everybody else was in cement.
Yeah, Talbert, one of the top guys right there. You know, he's had 34 catches this season. And, you know, he had 1 catch last week for 53 yards and a touchdown.
Might have caught Coach McPeak's heart on that play.
Yeah, the quarterback's not looking.
The ball's on the ground. Nobody's going for it. And then out of nowhere, he just materializes and gains 2 yards.
Comes right back on his own end around. I'll block for myself.
3rd down and 9 at midfield. Talbert goes in motion. Stroutman to throw. Fires. Caught.
Nice
and it's going to be a first down. Nice play by the receiver to grab it, turn it up, and there is Cooper Ranvier.
Yeah, that's just a little 10 to 12 yard hitch or inside curl right there. Wideout just goes up 10 to 12 yards, turns inside. Quarterback timing hits him right there. Nice job there by the Broncos.
And now how much bigger does that Darian Talbert play loom? Instead of a turnover, here's Frederick Douglass with a first down at the Mayo 36.
If they capitalize on it, it will be.
Stroutman to throw. Fires and it's dropped right through the hands. And if you're Cooper Ranvier, that one hits you in a tough spot right between the 1 and the 2.
Yeah, Ranvier, you got to catch that ball, young man. You know, hit you in a bad spot, hit you in the hands. Ha. No, you got to catch that. You know, it's one of those things you look at a kid, you go, oh, they hit you in a bad spot. And he says, oh, what do you mean?
But how many times have you seen a receiver do that where they make a tough catch and then the easy catch is the one that they don't come down with?
It's because it's an easy, not look the ball, hands to the tuck. You don't look it in, and it's incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 36. Talbert across formation. Stroutman and Big Zuri Madison decided he was going to block somebody a little bit ahead of the whistle that time.
Yeah, and they're just, like I said, they're just a little bit off. The Broncos a little bit off. That's their 5th. It's their 5th false start right there, and they're just kind of, you know, shooting themselves in the foot. You know, Ranvier makes a nice catch, gets the first down, then Ranvier misses one. Now on 2nd down, the big lineman that's headed to Arkansas, he just kind of takes off a little bit early.
Fired out early. 2nd down, 15 now after the flag. Stroutman keeps it and finds some yardage. He pays dearly for it. Took a pretty good hit after about 3 yards.
Yeah, and that's a play I'm probably not going to run too much with my quarterback right there. When you got Kevin Wilson and you got DeAndre Malone and those guys right there, you know, the first time he ran it, he got blew up. This time, he gained a few more yards. Those guys are still right there, so
yeah,
you don't want to put your quarterback in that kind of situation too often.
Well, and of course, Stroutman is only out there because Cole Carpenter, who was the quarterback on last year's 5A championship team, and is back this year. He's headed to Eastern Kentucky next year. But he had an elbow injury, and it's been Stroutman all the way for the Broncos.
Yeah, he's been out with that elbow injury since preseason. So
3rd and 12, Stroutman, pressure off the backside. He's got
wide
time.
open. He's open.
Throws. It is caught. And it is grabbed there. There he is again, Darian Talbert.
Talbert with just a little jet motion out of the backfield. Next thing you know, just it's in essence, it's a wheel route. He just kind of goes out, and the outside guy kind of comes inside. He just goes right up the sideline. he's got a linebacker covering him, and obviously he's got a little more speed than the linebacker.
1st and goal at the 10. Douglas threatening to draw even. Stroutman hands it, and whistles blow. Stop the play.
And there's another illegal motion. And that is, wow, that's a lot.
That's at least 6.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. You know, the first quarter penalties.
Yeah, they had 3 in the first quarter. I think they've had 3 in the second.
Yeah, you just can't. You know, they had 3 for 15 yards in the first, and now they probably got about 4 here for 20 in this second quarter. And that's, like I said, for you to move forward, you cannot have those penalties.
1st and goal at the 15 now. Male crowd gets behind their team. Stroutman and the Bulldogs looking dangerous here. They run it inside in the back. Finds some room and spins around a man. He got about half of what he needed, and Dakari Talbert comes out of there. And I can't tell if he's excited or mad at himself that he didn't take it even further, but either way, impressive.
Yeah, and if I'm looking right, it says he's a freshman. Dakari Talbot, the freshman, 170, 5'10", you know, so very impressive by a freshman back to be in a game of this magnitude, making plays like that, contributing to his team.
2nd and goal at the 8.
They were down here before. Can they capitalize this time and get points out of it?
And now here come the officials together. Not sure what we're discussing. But whatever it is, it seems to have been worked out. 2nd and goal at the 8. Stroutman settles in. There goes Dunn in motion. Another receiver besides. They run it on the outside. Talbert inside the 5. Talbert pushing near the goal line. He got close. I don't think he quite got in, but he's not far away.
Old school sweep right there. Both guards pull. They both pulled right. You hand it to the running back. You had a seal there and a seal there, as they say in the olden days. And Talbot just took it all the way up to the 1-yard line. Nice job there by the Broncos. Old school sweep. Pull both guards, kick out, push down, push everybody down, kick out, let the back do the work.
3rd and goal at the 1 for Frederick Douglass. It's been an impressive drive. Stroutman sends Dunn across. Looks to the side. Talbert is his back beside him. Now Stroutman gives Talbert, middle of the line. He's met by the defense and driven back.
No, sir.
Didn't get it that time. Now settle in, because here comes another one.
Led by Javion Dorsey and a host of other Bulldogs right there. You know, and that's one of those things that, old school versus new school. Old school are always like, why do you go in the shotgun snap when you're 4 yards deep and you're trying to get back to the line? I mean, and the new school's like, hey, this is what we do. But the male Bulldog defense, Javion Dorsey and a host of other Bulldogs, just, they were 2 yards deep before he even got the ball.
Here it comes again. 4th and goal. This is a big one. Stroutman, empty backfield, calls his own number. Straight ahead, puts his head down, and he's in.
Wow, nice effort. That's a gut run right there. That's heart. That's all heart. That's a gutsy run, heart run by this young sophomore, Stroutman. Just tough, hard-nosed football right there. A lot of moxie right there by that young man. 4th down, 1 yard to go. Hey, we see what he's about.
Ranvier to kick to tie it. Logan Busen is the holder. Snaps there, kicks away, it's clean. And it's good, and we're tied at 7, 146 and a half here on Glycod.
Hey, this is playoff football. That is.
UA UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
A 4th and goal run from the 1 by the quarterback Stroutman. The extra point ties us at 7. Near halftime, Mayo could use a shot of momentum here. Ranvier to kick it. Harris and Gainey back deep. Will they get a shot to return it? They will not. That one lands about 7 yards deep.
Nice job there by Ranvier kicking the ball to the back of the end zone. And you notice they are staying away from Gainey. Both times they kicked it, they did not kick to Gainey. They kicked over to Harris. So that shows the respect they have for that ball player.
It also shows they're just going to put it in the end zone. They can kick it whoever they want. If you put it, 7 yards deep, it's not going to matter.
High school rules.
Yep.
In the end zone, no return.
Yeah, not a question, not a choice.
No, nothing.
If it's a millimeter across that goal line, it's a touchback.
It is, yes, sir.
So let's see what Coulter Smith can do with 1:46. Everybody's bunched in tight. Smith to throw. Fires, deep shot, up for grabs, and incomplete. Stripped away at the last minute. Gainey almost a nice catch up at the 45, but credit to the Douglas DBs who just stayed with it.
Yeah, Terrion Hicks knocked that ball out, and you also had E.J. Klingscale right there behind him. And you had the wide out wide open on the side, but they went for the big play with Gainey.
The short throw was there.
You go for the 5-yarder, and he may run for 10 yards, then step out of bounds, but you go for your money, man, which I can't blame him. It was
a good throw. It was right there.
Great throw, but great defense as well.
Yeah. 2nd and 10.
You can see wherever Gainey goes, they're doubling him up. They're making sure there's 2 on him.
Smith under center. He's got Gates behind him. They leave it with Gates, or actually that may be Burton. Short yardage, not a ton there. It is Burton. But it'll be 3rd and fairly long here for the Bulldogs.
And that's
timeout immediately. We've got a timeout. We'll step aside as well. Be right back here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
So you got 4 of the guys.
3rd down here for the Mayo Bulldogs. Big play. And now whistles blow.
Yeah.
And Chris Wolf's going to talk about it.
Yeah,
we will again step aside. Be right back with his 3rd down play here on Glycod.
Yeah, Mayle's got an assortment of weapons.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
3rd and 6, big play here for the male Bulldogs. See if they can put something together and score. Frederick Douglass wants that ball back. Gainey crosses formation.
Look for something out wide.
Now Gainey crosses formation again. Coulter Smith takes his time, steps up, chucks it at the last minute. It's just up for grabs, and it's incomplete.
And I think he may have crossed the line of scrimmage.
It was close. I don't know if he did, but if he didn't, it was coming close.
There is a flag over there. I think both officials both outside officials threw a flag. We'll see what they call here.
Okay.
Kind of gave it all he could give it right there, throwing it deep to his receiver, number 2, DJ Grinner.
Yeah.
And good coverage there by the Broncos, and that is going to be, looks like that's going to be, is that going to be a loss of down as well?
Yeah, they're saying he did go beyond the line of scrimmage, so 4th down.
Beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
The loss of down, down to 4th down.
And that's where these Broncos right here, number 23 back there returning the ball, and that's going to be Jeremiah Lowe. And the other return man, they need to scoot up. I'd scoot up to about the
They are.
I'd scoot up 5 more. Because he has not shown he can kick it that far. If he kicks overhead, you got a chance.
4th and long. Douglas brings some heat off the edge. Vallandigham just gets it out of there, and he hits his best kick of the night. And it hit a male player there at the 41, and he's going to be flagged, I assume, for catch interference, because he certainly gave no room to make a fair catch on that ball.
Well, he had no room to just catch it, period.
Yeah.
And as I said, they did a good job right there. That's why you come up. You can always back up and get the ball, and he did not fair catch it, but, it didn't really matter. The male Bulldog player did not give him opportunity to catch it, so you see the flag.
And already pretty good field position here.
And that's going to be an excellent opportunity there for the Broncos here.
Yeah.
With about a minute 14 left here. They've got 1 timeout left, so we'll see how they use it, if they use it wisely, or what they're going to do. Is they're going to go for Chenault there. They're going to go for their man, Duron Talbert. They've got some options, got some weapons. And, hey, and the freshman, number 31, the other Talbert, the freshman, he's shown what he can do. So
yeah, that's true.
So we got some options here.
43-yard line after the penalty. Here come the Frederick Douglass Broncos back on the attack. Everything suddenly moving in their direction.
Yeah, this momentum is kind of just favoring them. Other than the 5-yard illegal procedures, everything's been going their way for here about a quarter and a half.
First down at the 43. Talbert comes across in front of the other Talbert, as we'd call it. Stroutman to throw. Takes time, loads up, deep shot. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete.
Good coverage, good job. Both players right there. The quarterback throws it up there, gives his receiver an opportunity to go up and catch it. He goes up for it, and it's a great job there by the defensive back.
Brendan Bates.
Number 21, Bates. Great job by Bates right there, right on top of it. So, there was a, good throw. Wideout gave us a self-opportunity to get in front. The DB did a good job of breaking it up. Good play all around.
Chenault's a high flyer, but Brendan Bates was too. Second down.
Yeah, that's a big-time play on both sides. And I'm impressed with the way the quarterback gave his receiver an opportunity to catch that ball.
So if you're Chris Wolf, if you get a decent play here, do you try to call timeout and see if you can flip it again? Let's see. Stroutman, quick throw. Caught out there by Talbert across the 40 and take it down at about the 36-yard line. That's Darian Talbert. Darian wears 4. Dakari wears 31.
And I don't see Coach Wolf motioning for any timeout.
No, that's a 3rd and short.
He's going to let it go. So big play here for the Broncos. Big play here for the Bulldogs.
Third down and 2. Stroutman, play fake, Looks to throw. Fires downfield. Incomplete.
Nice
Took
coverage.
a deep shot and, covered pretty well. A 4-on-4 there. Brandon Richardson running with Darian Talbert.
Step for step, and that shows you when we talked about a lot of these college coaches out here watching that. They're loving that stuff right there, seeing players step for step. This guy, we know he's got speed, and you got another guy with him step for step. Great coverage. Good play on both sides.
4th and 2, 36 seconds. No special teams here. Douglas will go. Two receivers out to the right. They run it to the right, and it's a first down over the 30 down to about the 26-yard line. So a nice pickup right there. Pharaoh Watts on the carry. First down, and the clock rolls. Well, it stops actually to move the sticks. So hasn't started yet. Now it starts, and Stroutman spikes it with 27 seconds.
You can see it's a well-coached team right there. Anytime you get a first down right there, and coach, the quarterback just probably yells something, fire, or whatever their signal may be, and everybody lines up, and he's ready to throw the ball down before they get – that's a well-coached team right there.
Only lost about 2 seconds. Douglas still has a timeout, probably keeping that in their hip pocket in case of a negative play or to possibly set up a field goal. 2nd and 10. Stroutman hands it off. Backside, Watts bends it inside, crosses the 20. He's near first down yardage, and I think he's got it, and he may still be pushing the pile.
And as he stays up and pushes the pile for about 3 more yards, they lost about 4 or 5 more seconds on that. So here they go. They're going to line up to down it again.
Yeah. 17 seconds as they prepare to spike it. He goes under center. Could fake spike. Let's see. No, he does spike it with 15.9.
Nice job right there by the Bronco offense right there, getting up on the ball, downing it, spiking it. The Male Bulldog defense seems to be a little confused every time they go to that motion, and they're like overextending, or should I say they're overextending themselves, and they're hitting out to that 8 or 9 hole, whichever side the ball is on, and the back is just cutting right up inside.
2nd and goal at the 10. Frederick Douglass looking to take the lead here. Stroutman throws to the end zone, 1-on-1, and it's incomplete. No flag. Or is there a flag? I didn't see one.
No flag right there.
Chenault was the receiver.
They went to zero coverage right there. You know, man for man, there was no safety back there, and it was just 1-on-1. And
Bates covering him out there again.
Yeah, good job, good coverage. You know, they're going to fight and tangle a little bit. There's going to be hands, all that type of stuff going on.
We did get a flag.
Oh, they did call it. Yep. I guess I couldn't see it over in the corner. And so that's going to move the ball half the distance, correct?
I think that's in the end zone. I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right, Joey. That's the 5. Yeah. No, 2nd and goal. A smart play then, because you don't give up a touchdown that way. 10 seconds. Stroutman to throw right over the middle. It's open. Did he hold it?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Nice
Touchdown, Darian Talbert.
Yeah, Talbert just beat Brandon Richards inside. Man coverage right there. You're on an island. You got to give him the little juke, the head outside. Boom. Stick him. Go inside. Quarterback hits you on a nice slant right there. Touchdown, 6 points. Frederick Douglass, they're up 13-7 at the moment with less than 5 seconds to go or 6 seconds to go in the half.
2 minutes in the half, it was 7-0 Male. Now Frederick Douglass, barring some truly unforeseen circumstances, going to take a lead to intermission. Ranvier's extra point is high, is long, and is good. 14-7 Douglas over Male here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday.
Frederick Douglas cashes in a 14-7 advantage. Talbert with a touchdown catch from Stroutman, 14-7. 6 seconds in the half. This one's going to be short of the end zone, I think.
Oh, no.
He fell down. Now he picks it up.
Could be big. Could be big.
And Harris is not going to be able to get – well, maybe he does. Nope, he's taken down at the 14 as the clock runs to 0. And that takes us to halftime. Frederick Douglas has come into Mayo and has taken the halftime advantage, 14-7, here on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 Male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Halftime here at Mayo High School finds Frederick Douglas, the possessors of a surprise 14-7 advantage. We've got some numbers we'll share. But first, the recap of how we got here. It started out perfectly for the Bulldogs. They drove the opening possession down the field, 80-yard drive, ends with a 1-yard Shemai Gates touchdown run. The Landingham's extra point made it 7-0 Bulldogs, 6:11 to go in the first. And you said it yourself, Joey. It was so easy. They just carved right through the Douglas defense.
I've seen that in football so many times where a team just drives the ball down the field, scores, and everyone's like, oh, it's going to be over. And then all of a sudden, you don't see it anymore.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
In the first half.
Mayo had 80 yards on that drive. They had 14 yards in the rest of the half.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if the defense they woke up. All of a sudden, that defense woke up and started making plays on Gates.
And meanwhile, it stayed 7-0 still for a long time. Frederick Douglas took a long drive from about their own 37. They got to a 4th and goal at the 1, and their sophomore quarterback, Jackson Stroutman, took it in from a yard out. Extra point for Cooper Ranvier, 7-7.
Gutsy play right there.
That was a big call, a big play. But then not only does Frederick Douglas draw even, they go out and get a 3-and-out. They come back and get the ball, drive down the field, and with 6 seconds remaining in the half, Darian Talbert, a 5-yard touchdown pass from Stroutman. Extra point again from Ranvier. So with 6 seconds and a half, that made it 14-7, and that's where we stand. This is a score that will surprise some people, but largely it's looked like two different Mayo teams. They started out playing really well offensively. The defense had a big red zone stand with an Antonio Harris interception at the goal line. But then late in the half, Frederick Douglas has really just kind of done what they wanted to do.
Yeah, it was. Well, they were moving the ball, and can I say they got bailed out by the interception?
Possibly.
Because they were moving the ball right down the field, and then the young quarterback just thought he saw an opening, and Harris makes the pick. But then, I guess so that was Mayo's bailout. But like I said, they've been moving the ball the whole time, and the time of possession, it's 15-8. So I guess the only thing that's killing them is penalties. Right now, they've got 6 penalties,
and they've probably all been false starts. They're all 5 yards, so I think they're all
5 yards. Yeah, they've all been 5 yards of it. But if you look down here, the key stat you just talked about, 4th down conversions, 3 of 3.
How many teams have done that to Mayo in a half ever?
This Mayo defense, like early, you saw Conley and the guys and Wilson, these guys making plays. And they're not. I'm saying they're not making plays.
Who's the tackle leader now? It's Steron Davidson, who's a defensive back. So that's not a great sign.
No, it's not. Wilson and Solomon Conley, they're still up there, but usually those guys are in on every play.
Yeah,
every play. And now it's like they're having trouble getting to the ball, or I don't know if it's because of the motion that the Broncos are using. It's just putting them in an awkward position or something, or I don't know what it is. But hey, it's like all of a sudden they're gaining yards. You got Tay Allen. He was averaging 5.7 yards a crack.
He goes out and they keep rolling.
He comes out and then you just bring somebody else in. No, Pharaoh Watts, 2 carries, 25 yards. So
14-7. Everything going Frederick Douglas's way. We'll take a break. We'll be back and bring you some scoreboard updates, and we do have some numbers from that first half. Mayo needs a big 3rd and 4th quarter. Let's see if they've got it here on Glycod.
1965 Mayo graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity. It's about the best I can put it.
The cost of school is free, actually. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every two weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. So you're getting paid to do your job.
You can start off with absolutely no knowledge, and they're going to give you the tools and the foundation to build up from there.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable, and they care about actually making sure you understand the information that they're presenting to you.
So I know that when I go to motor control, Wayne he's passionate about motor control, and he wants you to get it.
But it's really not like school. It's they're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field. So you're able to implement what you're learning almost on the fly. And sometimes you're learning more things in the field. By the time you get into the classroom, it's like, oh, I already know this.
They break the class down into smaller groups on your class day.
If you need help, you can easily look at whoever's sitting next to you and ask them for help. You know, everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This is an organization of brothers and sisters all working together to accomplish a common goal. We work together in the field, and then we become friends on the outside, and it's almost like a family organization at that point.
Nobody I've ever worked with has referred to this job as a job. I went from a job to a life-changing career. So coming out of the apprenticeship program, you can go into a variety of directions with your work. You can become a foreman, you can do motor controls at a manufacturing facility, you can specialize in fire alarm.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
So if you're the kind of person that likes to think things through or see how things work on the inside.
Someone that's detail-oriented, motivated.
I've always seen myself as a hands-on person. Being in an apprenticeship, I'm getting my associate's degree, doing electrical, and being able to do something hands-on.
If you like to build things, this is the place.
It requires you to grow up. Be accountable for yourself because, yeah, they're going to lay out tools to help you be successful, but it's up to you to, grab those tools and build yourself.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
(14-7). Frederick Douglass over Male at halftime. As much as we'd like to pretend we're the only game in town, we of course are not. Plenty of other action going on out there. There's a quick scoreboard check. Of course, we bring you the ticker throughout the evening. No big surprises there, Joey. Nothing really jumps out. The teams that you would expect to fare well have been faring pretty well. That Central Hardin-Ballard game being scoreless after a quarter may be a little bit of a surprise.
I think Central Hardin just put up a field goal. I think it's 3-0, but
okay.
Don't quote me on that. But that's what I saw. Bryan Station, of course, a very good team. They played this Douglas team and beat this Douglas team this year.
Yep.
Owensboro, I think they just put another score up. I think they're up 14-0 against Atherton. Right now, Atherton in new territory. Owensboro, they've been to semifinals and quarterfinals before.
The Red Devils are a pretty imposing group.
I think Bowling Green is up 7-0 against Fairdale right now. Of course, Cal doing what they do against Central. Central dropping down to 3A, and Cal trying to let them know that we do own 3A. So you guys came down to the wrong. But the game's not over. The game's not over.
Plenty to go.
And then it looks like 15-0 right now. KCD over Ludlow, even the show's 8. I think they just put some points up.
I was sneaking around watching some of these other games. So a little bit ahead of our ticker even.
Yeah, trying to keep up with the games there, like you said. Atherton, we're looking at that game. I just think they're outclassed, Atherton.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, tough. Plus, they've been on such an emotional roller coaster. The game they won, which gave them a 9th win and a district championship. Then the next week they come back and win a 10th game, which the school's never done in the history of the school. Then they come back and beat Butler last week and send them into the 3rd round where they've never been. So, after 3 weeks of all that emotion, you have to eventually come down. Yeah. And I think this is the week they've came down right there.
Sure.
The Trinity Shamrocks, they're just rolling.
Doing what they do.
Yeah, they were their first 4 games. They got beat by this Frederick Douglass team 17-14 at home.
In week 2.
Yeah, week 2, and then I think after week 4 they put in a freshman quarterback, and he kind of took the team over and
rallied the charges.
And I think that was the week that the coach said, hey, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and this is how we're going to do it, and they beat St. X, and it was a big surprise how they beat St. X, and because Mail had lost to St. X,
right,
and Mail had actually beaten Trinity. So then now they've won 7 in a row. So
a lot of parity leads to a lot of surprises.
Oh, yeah.
Like Frederick Douglass 14-7 over Mail at halftime. Second half coming up on the other side here on Glycod.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Last season, Glycod streamed over 160 games. As our presence grows throughout Kentucky and Southern Indiana, we have a need for production, sales, and social media support. If you've ever wanted to pursue a career in the fast-paced world of broadcasting but didn't know how, these opportunities could be for you. For more information, please contact info@glycod.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Mail struggling here in the first half, trailing Frederick Douglass 14-7. As for the second half, this segment of tonight's game is presented by Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen, proudly serving Louisville and setting high standards for the services his team provides their clients. It's Thomas Allen. And we do have the halftime numbers. Appreciate the stat crew here. And it's kind of staggering, Joey. 171-94, Frederick Douglass's yardage advantage. And I told you 80 yards for Mail on their first possession. So since then, 171-14.
Kind of mind-boggling when you hear about a Mail high school football team, a Chris Wolf, not his 2011 first team, but, his 2023 team that has, it's 23. They're 11-1. They have a 9-game winning streak. They had home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They're going for their 6th straight semifinal appearance.
Yeah.
And for them, after the 80-yard touchdown, and sometimes in football, when guys just go straight down, they lose that edge. They lose that edge of like, man, I thought it was going to be hard. And then you lose.
Maybe too easy.
Maybe, and you lose that edge right there, and then the momentum kind of swings, and I think maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, Douglas 22 rushes for 97 yards. Tay Allen's 10 for 57 at the heart of that. Mail 11 for 46. Shemai Gates 8 for 36. Passing, Douglas surprisingly there, 74-48. Stroutman 7 of 15 for 74. Touchdown and an interception. Coulter Smith just 5 of 12, 48 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. But this is the biggest half of the season so far for the Male Bulldogs. Let's see what they've got starting on defense here to open the third quarter.
I would have loved to have been in there in that halftime locker room to hear that halftime speech from Coach, really both coaches, because you really know what does a coach say. When you're Male High School and you've been winning the way they've been winning and you're down in the quarterfinals of the playoffs by a touchdown at home, what does the coach say? When you're a young experienced team, experienced but young, a Bronco team, and you're on the road at the Male High School, you're up by 7. What do you tell your team? I would love to be in the locker room to hear either one of those speeches.
Two good ones and two good teams. Let's see what they've got in the biggest half of the season for both to date. Vallandingham has it teed up to kick away for the Bulldogs. He advances on it and kicks.
Onside kick.
Ground ball, onside kick up for grabs, and Douglas able to cover it. He got a pretty nice hop out of that, but
and that's going to be a good job there by number 24 and is that 6 or 8? That's number 8. That's number 8 right there. That's Dunn. Graham Dunn, and then number 24, Deron Neal. Both of them go for the ball at the same time, and good job there. Good job there by the Broncos. Get that because the Male Bulldog was right there, Johnny on the spot if either one of them had bobbled it.
They did not. First down for Frederick Douglass, their own 42.
And Coach Wolf comes out with a little, pulls something out of his hat right there with the onside kick. Doesn't come across with it, but let's see if the defense can make some plays here now.
Stroutman in the gun. Started in tight. Now the receivers shift out wide. They hand it off inside. Davis on the tackle, but Frederick Douglass able to spin forward for a couple yards right there. It's Talbert on the carry, Dakari Talbert.
And that's big number 63 right there, Avion Davis. Avion's Davis right there on the tackle. Looks like they're slowing it down right here. I don't know if that's to their advantage or not because usually they had the pace going. Not to say they haven't huddled, but they've slowed it down, in the first place.
Second down and 8. They shift the 2 right to left this time and run behind him. Talbert across the 45, 50 first down to the 46-yard line.
Freshman just like he was shot out of a cannon right there. Just goes off left tackle and just shoots across, gets the first down right there.
So, what's more impressive, that they're doing this or that they're doing this with a sophomore quarterback and largely a freshman running back?
That's very impressive right now, and that just tells you how bright the future is for these Broncos.
First and 10 at the Male 46. Frederick Douglass already ahead. Stroutman looks to the side. As you know, taking a little air out of the football.
And some of the Bulldogs look frustrated out there. You can see they come there kind of hitting their fists together. And
Stroutman with pressure, set up a screen, and it's incomplete. He tried to loop his pass out there to his target, Dakari Talbert, but incomplete.
And that was nice pressure right there by number 47 out there. Javion Dorsey. Dorsey got there to the quarterback just a little quicker than he wanted, and he made the sophomore quarterback throw it just a little faster, and the ball falls incomplete right there.
Now second and 10 maybe puts the Broncos off schedule, definitely stops the clock. They stack their receivers on the right, one right behind the other. Stroutman hands it off, run inside. Talbert picks up 3 or 4.
Nice run there by the freshman. Good job by the Male Bulldog defense to stop him right there. That was number 1 right there, Kevin Wilson. And a big play here for the Male Bulldogs right now. This defense needs to make a big stop right here, try to gain some momentum and get the football back.
Third down and 7. Douglas 4 of 9 in the first half on third downs.
Yeah, first series out of the locker room is always a big momentum swing either way for both teams.
Stroutman sends Dunn across formation. Looks that way, throws at Dunn. He's got it at the 43, but he's got to go some room, and he did not get the first down. Let's see where they mark him, how close he is. It looks like it's 4th and about 2 would be my initial guess.
Stern Davison with a nice open field tackle right there. Looked like Dunn made a nice catch. You had to make a move or two, and as I said, Davison makes a good open field tackle just to make sure he doesn't get the first down. and I don't see the punter coming on the field here.
You do not. 4th down and call it 2. They are 3 of 3 on 4th downs tonight. Rolling the dice a 4th time. There's that shift left. They usually run behind that shift. That's what they do. They got the 1st down. Down to about the 30-yard line when all is said and done.
Watts with an old-school sweep right there. They just pulled the left guard and the right guard. They both pulled left, gave it to the back left, and it's just an old-school sweep. Just hand it to the back, sweep left. Everyone seals down. Those two kick out, and the back finds a spot. First down Broncos.
Spotted at the 31. It is a 1st down. 4 for 4 on 4th downs, Frederick Douglas. Dunn and Kaysen are the tight ends who shift on that formation, and they have done yeoman's work blocking. Dunn crosses formation. They hand it off inside, the 30 and then maybe the 29. Not much there that time.
Mill Bulldogs waiting. That's a quick trap off there, and nice job by the defensive tackle right there for the Mill Bulldogs, number 56. He just hangs in there, makes a nice play right there. That's a good job by Cornelius Williams right there. Williams just kind of hangs in there and makes a play.
Watts on the carry. Call it a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Douglas with the lead and the football and the momentum. Mayo looking to make a play to shift that. 2 men come in tight. Everybody bunches in this time for Stroutman, who turns and pitches. Talbert off left side, and he has got a 1st down. Boy, those guys just do not mess around running the football.
No, Mayo was in a bad position that time. They were outflanked. The wideouts both came in a little bit. The DBs came in a little bit. He just kind of, the wideouts blocked down. The outside tackle just kind of went out there real quick, and the back followed him, and they didn't need much for a first. And freshman used his speed and got out there.
1st down at the 20. Stroutman, here comes that shift. Dunn is 8, Kaysen's 13. Means they're running right. And there it comes. They kind of bend that one inside. Short yardage for Talbert down to the 16.
Conley, Dorsey making plays right there. Nice job. Jeremy Bradley also in there making a tackle. But, it's just basically like a little trap right there. Just the back has the option to go inside or outside. He goes inside, follows him. Nice little run by the freshman.
3 yards, 4 yards at a clip, and that adds up. 2nd and 6.
And for them also, they're taking some of that time out the clock.
Stroutman hands it kind of an end-around action, turned up for a 1st down. That's the other Talbert, Darian Talbert that time. He gets up hopping, but he gets up with a 1st down, I believe, yes.
There's a nice play right there, just a little jet sweep right there, and DeAndre Malone grabs him, but he spins him. He spun him about 1.5 yards, and as he spun him 1.5 yards, he spun about, when I say 1.5 yards, he spun him that 0.5 yard, gave him the 1st down right there on the spin on the tackle, and that's big-time speed by Mayo getting there. Mayo has seen this kind of speed, though, all year, where people are almost outflanking them and beating them into the punch.
1st and goal at the 10. There go Dunn and Kaysen right to left, so you'd assume run left. I'll go straight through the middle with Talbert, and he's down to about the 5.
Nice job there by the Broncos right there. They shift the tight end and the wing back to the left. Mayo slides over to their right, which is the Broncos' left. Then the Broncos come right back to the way they just shifted away from. Yeah. they pull the guard and tackle right back over there to where Mayo has less players, and there you go. They gain some yards again.
2nd and goal at the 5. Kaysen and Dunn on the right, shifting to the left.
Man coverage, 0 coverage here.
Stroutman hands it, cutting inside. Watts. He's near the goal line, but he didn't get there.
Nice job there by the Mayo Bulldog defense, but also a better job there by the linemen of the Broncos right there. Of course, they stopped him from scoring, but that was a good job because Mayo had everybody in there. They're playing 0 coverage, and they just clogged it all up, and the Broncos still gained a few yards out of it.
3rd and goal at the 2 here. Stroutman has got Pharaoh Watts beside him. There go those 2 tight ends, left to right this time. And whistles
offsides on Mail, offsides on the Bulldogs. They're lined up offsides. You've got to find out where the football is, and you've got to make sure you're not offsides, especially down here.
Well, that'll just move it from roughly the 2 to roughly the 1.
So instead of 6 yards for a touchdown, they need 5.
No, they need 1. This is their
and I say that only because the quarterback's back.
Right,
I'm just saying,
from the gun. Right.
Yeah, from the gun. But I'm like,
Stroutman gives Watts. He is near the goal line. Did he break through? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Farrell Watts.
Just a nice little inside handoff right there. Just barely breaks the plane, but it doesn't matter. Barely breaking it or breaking it by 10 yards. You break that plane, it's a touchdown. So touchdown Broncos, and they took time off the clock.
7 minutes plus, and scored the touchdown.
They couldn't ask for a better first possession in the second half to run time off the clock like that.
The second part of the first half and the first part of the second half.
Correct.
Ranvier's extra point. Snap was a little low, but Houston got it down, and it's good. 21-7 Douglas. Comeback time for Mail here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
So Mail now on the short end of a 21-7 game. It's getting late early for the Bulldogs, and it's time to see the big play offense that's gotten them here. Ranvier to kick it away. He's put both of his kickoffs so far into the end zone. He hits this one high. Actually, the one right before the half didn't go in, but this one does.
And this is going to be a critical, and I'll say it a third time, critical possession for the Mail offense. They need to produce something. Even if it's a field goal, they just don't need to switch field positions. They need to put some points up. 4:43 here in the third. The way the Broncos took time off the clock. The Bulldogs need to put points up here. It's very critical.
Big possession. Starts at the 20. Coulter Smith's got trips to the right. That's the open side of the field. Smith drops. Throws over the middle. Easy pass. First down across the 30. Gainey's out to about the 33-yard line. That's Fuller, actually. Josh Fuller.
And that's one thing maybe they might need to start doing. You see Fuller wide open right there. The Mill Bulldogs may need to spread the ball around a little bit because they're double covering Gainey everywhere he goes. So if you see some other guys open, hey, use Gainey as a decoy right now. If they're going to take them all with him, then you've got Antonio Harris, you've got Fuller, you've got other players out there.
13-yard game. Boy, Douglas up tight to the line here. They run it. Backside with Gates, 40, 45, hurdles him in, 50, 40, 35, 30, 20. Shemai Gates brings him back in the ballgame.
Oh, Gates with the cut back. They stopped on a dime, shook two players off as they go out of bounds, and Gates takes it the distance. But we're looking around. What's going on over here? Everyone's looking around. They're looking around. Is there a flag? It looks like the referees are coming back with it. And I don't know if that was the block by the wideout or what's going on here, but it looks like they're coming back. That was a great run by Gates. Gates just took it off the left side, stopped on a dime, shook. Two guys go out of bounds. He cuts back inside and takes it to the house. Referees are going over it, I guess. What's going on here? We'll figure it out in just a second, folks.
Now they're talking to each other. I don't know what you got to talk about. I mean, it's a penalty or it isn't. So it isn't.
Let's see what the official white hat calls. Calls touchdown.
No flag.
Personal foul. Face mask. Is that a face mask against them? They'll sue it on the kickoff.
Yeah. Oh, that helps as well for
as I said, how
the
critical.
Bulldogs.
What did I say? Critical.
Yeah,
and
you got it.
Gates comes back critical and
67 yards.
Wow. Shamai Gates, and that's why Shamai Gates is verbally committed to the University of Louisville. That's why schools are after him. Purdue, several other schools, they're after him because of runs like that.
Henson on for the extra point.
Welcome to the party, Shamai Gates and the Male Bulldogs.
Snap is there. Kick is away clean. It's certainly long, and it's good. Male counter punching. It's on here on Glycon.
Line to wet, not just blinds. Line to wet, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
As Shamai Gates brings some life into the Male Bulldogs, and now the penalty is being marked off on the kickoff.
And I guess the discussion was as the wideout for Male was blocking the Frederick Douglas defender. The Frederick Douglas defender grabbed his face mask, and the referee threw the flag. But you couldn't hardly see it because of all the Male players on the sideline, and the referees
blocked us.
Yeah, they just I guess they decided, hey, it's not a penalty, it's a touchdown. So hey.
So okay, after the penalty, I did this a week ago. They were in the same situation. Do you onside kick because you have to kick it across the 35 anyway?
I would. Why not? Hey, anything could happen. The ball could bounce your way. You might as well try it.
Let's see what they do.
There it is.
They do onside
Bounce.
kick.
Oh, they got a chance.
It's loose. It's still loose.
Got it.
The
Looks like
Bulldogs
Male's
are
on
grabbing
it.
it.
Looks like
They've
Male's
got
on it. Male's on it. Looks like they're down in the pile. Male's on it. Male's on it. Male's on it. But who knows what's going to happen in that pile? Anything could happen.
Yeah, they've called it. It's Bulldog football.
Bulldog football.
All right, Chris
Bulldog
Wolf.
football, and that's number 25 with the recovery right there, and that's a smart play right there. You got Terrence Hall with the recovery, the senior, but hey, you go 15 yards, why not? Why not? And
Male's got a player down on his, or actually it's Frederick Douglas with a player down.
And Van Lanningham, that's the second time he's made a great onside kick. He gets, Van Lanningham kicks that and just.
We're going to take a break while they tend to this. Well, no, now he's up. We'll stay here. Disregard.
And it looks
I'm
like
sorry, Joey.
is and try to run, but as we always say in wide receiver school, hands to the tuck before you do anything. Hands to the tuck. Bring it all the way in, then make that move.
3rd down and 9 now. Burton is the setback. Bunched in formation for Coulter Smith. Probably a 2-play situation here.
I was going to ask you the same thing. I would go for it.
Smith to throw. He's got time. Now he takes a deep shot. Man out there. And it is incomplete. Almost hauled in by Gainey.
Gainey goes up for that on his back shoulder. Ball's tipped, and it's tipped up again, and Gainey just almost comes up with it. And then I was going to say, right here is 2-down territory. You got to go for it. There's no punting. There's no kicking a field goal. I'm going to go with the empty backfield. That's what's been most successful for him, and maybe try to send somebody across the middle.
Yeah.
And move Gainey around a little bit. Move him around. I'm going to move Gainey around. I'm going to probably send him across the middle and go for number 3. I'm going to hit Harris on a hitch here.
Gainey's out on the right. Harris is on the left.
I'm going to,
keep an eye on Verbancic on the left side, too. That's a possibility.
Yes, it is.
Smith to throw. Pocket holds. Now he rushes out of there. He's going to run with it. Can he get there? I don't know if he did or didn't. We'll have to see where they mark it.
That's going to be a tough one, but
I'm not sure he's not a yard short, Joey.
That was a great call by him. 2 of the Bronco defenders fall down. He runs for it, and on that play, you know how quarterbacks like to throw that ball out and they watch guys on TV. You've got to run. You can't just put that ball out. You got to put your shoulder down. And
he did get it. First down.
And you're going to give it to him. That's awesome. That's awesome play right there. But you got to put your shoulder down and dive for a little more than that.
It was tight on that sideline.
Very fortunate. Very fortunate there by Coulter. Coulter, don't stick that ball out like that anymore. They'll knock it down. You better just kind of dive forward and make sure you get that first down.
First down at the 20.
And they're, like I said, they're very fortunate. 2 Bronco defenders on the end of this side. They ran into each other and fell down, which opened up the whole left side of the field for Coulter Smith.
Let me say, if he needed 9.0 yards, he got 9.0. He didn't get 9.1. Hand it to Burton, right side, spins it out, and then cuts up for a gain of a handful.
Nice job there, bouncing outside right there, but also there he is, number 23, Jeremiah Lowe, the verbal commit to Michigan, making another defensive play.
Second down.
It shows the quickness. Most of the time when Male makes these plays, they're gone. It's touchdown.
That edge is a little harder to set against the Broncos.
And tonight, it's 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards.
3 yards.
Yeah, 3 yards, yeah. And you're just not used to seeing this.
2nd and 7. Wildcat here with Gates. Gates hands Burton, working the left side, and he didn't get much.
Oh, nice job there by number 24 and number 16. And those 2 guys, that's Logan Bruson and number 24 there, Deron Neal. Nice open field tackles right there. Good job by them. They're just waiting on it. When they line up in that Wildcat, they know only 1 or 2 things are going to happen. They say they're going to hand off, give it to the back. Yeah, give it to the back out wide left, or he's going to go up the middle. So it kind of makes it a little simpler for the defense to know, but then they have to execute.
So they're staying with the Wildcat. I wonder if Coulter Smith is okay.
It looks like he's okay. I think Coach is just switching up a little bit.
No, he's in there. Coulter's in there. Disregard.
Okay.
He's got Gates as his running back. Trips right for Coulter Smith. Throws backside. It's intercepted if he's in bounds. Is he in bounds? He is.
Yes, nice.
Picked off.
Wow. Clay with a great play right there. Caden Clay, the linebacker. He had been playing inside, the last few games, and now they moved him back for this game at more of a safety spot in the linebacker. The 6 foot, 216-pound junior.
What a
comes
play.
up with a huge interception right there on the back out of the backfield. Little swing play right there, and he's open, and Clay just that was a big-time play. That's all I can say.
Absolutely.
That's a huge play, big-time play. Comes off there and keeps a foot in bounds. Now, not only makes the play with his momentum, but keeps a foot in bounds. So that's huge for the Broncos right there.
First down, their own 10 after the interception.
Yeah, and Male looked like they had all the momentum right there going. But hopefully the defense here for the Bulldogs can come up with a 3-and-out for them. And hopefully for the Broncos on their side, they can move the ball and get the clock going again.
Stroutman hands Talbert left side. He tries to get the edge. He didn't get a lot. He got a couple.
No, didn't get much right there. The freshman showing his youth right there. Number 25, Terrence Hall, making a play. The freshman outran his blocking that time. He just kind of took off and kept going. If he waits just about another step or two and lets those guys kick him out, he can cut up inside and make even a more useful run. Gain a few more yards, but he gained 5 yards on that alone.
Second down. Frederick Douglass reclaims the ball. Big interception by Clay. Stroutman hands Watts on that left side in short yardage. Going to be third down upcoming.
Yeah, not much there for Watts right there. Host of Bulldogs right there. They are number 47. You know who that is. He's in there. Javion Dorsey. You got Wilson. You got all the usual suspects for the male Bulldogs in on there for the ball, and that's going to end the third quarter right here.
Yep.
Huge interception right there by Caden Clay.
Third down for Frederick Douglass when we open the fourth quarter. They're up 7. Stay tuned. Big quarter coming up here on Glycod.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com.
Third down and a big one. 3rd and 4 for the Broncos. Stroutman's got trips right. He looks to throw. He does throw right. He's got a man out there. It's caught. We'll have to see where they mark it.
And done with a nice catch.
I don't know that he got it.
Did they give him the first down? Yes.
I'm not sure. Did they?
That's a big-time throw out there because that's a long way, and he throws it and kind of floats out there. Dunn makes a catch. After Dunn makes a catch, then he just kind of scoots right across the first down marker. So
seemed to know exactly where he was going.
And I really thought that they were going to go with their bread and butter where they moved the tight end and the wing back to one side and run a little trap back to the right. But they switched it up, threw a little monkey wrench in the game, and sent Dunn out wide and hit him on a little flat route. First down Broncos.
At the 20, there come the dual shifters. They move left to right. Watts runs right and able to get second effort yardage. Digs out to about the 25. There wasn't much there, but Pharaoh Watts just kept driving.
Yeah, I think they've got the Bulldogs kind of guessing right now. So, 1 minute they shift them to the right, they run left. This time they shift them to the right and run right. So 1 minute they shift them to the left and run a little trap up in there. Then next time they shift them to the left and run a sweep left. So I think they've got those linebackers kind of, I know you're supposed to read your keys, but I kind of, Mail's not used to this. They got Mail in uncharted territory.
2nd and 5 at the 25. Douglas up a score, honestly trying to grind out first downs and clock, probably as much as score points at this point. Stroutman keeps it, goes up the middle. He's got a first down out across the 35. I don't know if that was by design or by happy accident, but Stroutman just looked like he was going to pitch it and then took off.
Yeah, kind of faked the pitch there, and excuse my French, but looked like he's running for his life.
We do have a late flag.
Look like he's running for his life, and kind of went in there. He's like kind of scattering. It's like, oh, I better get in there. But he got there, and so is that a penalty against Mail, because it looks like they're trying to get somebody off the sideline there. And I don't know if he hurt his shoulder or something happened. We'll let the official make the call here.
Discussing over in front of the Frederick Douglass bench, and the Frederick Douglass folks don't look any too happy about it. Well,
watch the man in the white hat.
Oh, so yeah, a personal foul against Douglas.
And that's one of the keys to the game. You cannot have those miscues and those turnovers. That's more of a miscue. You can't just have things like that. You know, you got the ball where you want it. You got the clock going.
So they did get the first down.
It still
the play
be,
happens, but
yeah,
then
so it's
you
still
move
going to
back
be first
15.
down. Okay.
Yeah. But you do basically lose the yardage you just gained. So
honestly, that might be to their advantage. Yeah. You know, they lose 15, so that just gives them more room to run.
And
then it's like, and it's still 1st and 10. So
that's true. Good point. Stroutman at quarterback. Sends Talbert in tight.
Here comes the blitz.
They pitch it off the right side, and the back not able to gain much. Wasn't much there for Pharaoh Watts that time.
No, number 55, number 47. They're all in there right there. Bryce Strickland, got all the boys in there. Javion Dorsey, and then they're bringing the blitz. They got to change something up here because they're just kind of giving them too much right now. See, they blitz that time and gain no yardage. Good job by the Male Bulldogs.
2nd and 10 at the 21. We tick down near 10 minutes.
And you cannot give that quarterback time to throw.
Stroutman hands it off inside, and a big seam. And the back able to pick up about 8 there. It's going to be 3rd down and short. A nice run. And it was Talbert, Dakari Talbert on the carry.
Freshman showing a lot of grit, giving him an opportunity to get the ball. Him and Watts doing a good job that Tay Allen's out. We go from 2nd and nothing to 3rd and short now.
Yeah, 8-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 2. So another big 3rd down, but these are always 3rd and short for these Broncos. There's that shift up front that they like. And they hand it to Talbert, and he is hit, and I don't think he got there.
No, he gets nothing right there. That's a great job there by number 11.
You would assume a punt here.
Oh, yeah, you've got to definitely punt right there, but that's just a good job.
They've been great on 4th down, but I don't think he wants to go less miles.
No, not here now.
You don't hit on 19 sometimes.
Yeah, they've done a good job. They're getting out there punting.
There. Yeah, he is up to the line. 4th and 2.
And do they fake it here?
It's not impossible. Let's see. Snap is clean to Ranvier. He is going to kick it, and he does. And it takes a big Frederick Douglass bounce, and it rides the sideline but stays in bounds. So it will go all the way down to the Male 22-yard line or thereabouts, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over.
Yeah, let's see what they got here in their bag of tricks here, what coach is going to pull out of the playbook here. Male did a good job their defense. They started bringing a little pressure that last series there, and that kind of changed the game for the Broncos. And you see they had to punt, and they punt here. And so it's like I say, we'll see what Coach Wolf has in his bag of tricks here.
1st down and 10.
So they're at the 20-yard line. Am I correct? 22.
Yeah.
So it's 78 yards away.
That's it. Trips right on 1st down for Coulter Smith. He settles in. Smith to throw. Looking right. Takes a deep shot. Gainey's out there. It's incomplete, and there's the flag. That one's going to be pass interference or a hold.
And they're going to call pass interference there, number 2.
Yeah, Terrion Hicks.
Terrion Hicks, but honestly, between me and you, that's a good action job.
Yeah, it wasn't the best thrown ball of the night.
It wasn't. The ball was not catchable.
Yeah.
But Gainey threw his hands up, and he did have his hands on to his thing there. He did have his hands on him. You can't have your hands on the receiver while the ball's in the air. They will call pass interference, and that's exactly what the official did.
So that'll put it out to the 37 now for Male. 1st down there.
And that's one of the few times that Gainey had one-on-one coverage in the previous few series there. Gainey had a high-low on him, and so he had single coverage that time. Mail went for it and got a first down out of it.
Everybody's bunched in here for Coulter Smith. First down after the penalty. Actually, it's a Wildcat look. Here comes Shemai Gates, and he gets out across the 40 to about the 42. So they pick up about 5. Call Shemai Gates' number.
There you go, Henry Harding, Isaac Souls. Those guys in there getting some blocks in there. Just kind of just moving the chains. Stephen Thomas needs some yards, get some yards early.
2nd and 5 at the 42. Gates is now on the left of Coulter Smith. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Smith couldn't decide, gave it at the last minute to Gates, and he cuts it up for only about a yard.
Yeah, and that gave the Bronco defense just that little extra second they needed right there. If he gives it off clean, I think he's going to gain a few more yards, but that little extra second just showed the quickness of the Bronco defense. And number 58, Evan Case, just gets in there and makes a play. Nice defensive job there by the Broncos.
3rd and 4.
Big play here for the Male Bulldogs here on offense.
Grinter goes wide to the left. Gainey's also that side. Empty set here for Coulter Smith. Smith to throw. Fires behind Gainey, but he caught it. Let's see where they spot him. I think he might be just short, but we'll have to see.
It looked like he was very short unless they give him a generous spot there. It was a nice catch, though. Nice catch. I think he's going to be 4th and about inches. Are they going to give it to him?
First down.
No, they're going to give it to him. All right, nice. Very generous there, but good job there by Gainey. Hold on to the ball. Referee gives them first down. Move the chains. Male Bulldogs.
Out at the 47, a first down there for the Bulldogs. Coulter Smith going to direct some traffic. Grinter comes off.
There you go.
2 receivers each way. And then a guy came back in late, and it's thrown underneath. It's complete, but it's going to be wiped out by the receiver who came out on the field.
Yeah, Male only had 10 people on the field, and they ran one out there late like that. As you said, you just said it. There were 2 receivers on each side. There was no tight end, no running back, and receiver runs on late from Male, and that's one of those plays that.
Well, you hate that because it didn't even impact the play.
It did impact the play, and that's just very uncommon for Male to be in that situation. You don't see that happen very, very often, this Male Bulldog football team, and that's going to shoot themselves in the foot right there.
Yeah, instead of about a 15-yard gain, it's a 5-yard penalty. So,
and I think they're going to start the clock again here, or are they not?
I don't know.
And he starts the clock again, and so that's detriment to Male that they're going to have that clock going again after you lose 5 yards like that. You've got to pick it up a little bit. You've got to move the pace a little more.
So 1st and 15 back to the 42 now. Everybody's bunched in tight this time. For Coulter Smith. He drops to throw. He's got time. He throws incomplete.
Whoa.
Tried to get it through some traffic to Josh Fuller. And nothing there on that one.
Yeah, just kind of stepped back and threw it. I don't know if he had enough room to step forward and throw that, but he throws it off his back foot. It's going to come high every time. And it came a little high and hard, and that heat was coming through there for Josh Fuller and just kind of overthrew him. Very fortunate that ball didn't continue and that a Bronco didn't get an interception out of that.
Yeah, kind of dangerous thing to throw into bodies like that. 2nd and 15. Smith to throw. Got time, got Grinter. Grinter gains about 5 yards. And steps out of bounds, be 3rd down.
Nice job there, nice catch, nice throw. Gain a little something, then a good job out there by Logan Bruson. Bruson makes a nice tackle, open field tackle. He's got the sideline as his ally, so just kind of shuts that down. And it's Another big third down here for the Male Bulldogs.
3rd down and 10. Another place that penalty hurts you. Now you're behind the sticks.
Last third down, they got the first down, but they had 10 men on the field, and guy jumps out on the field. So big play here for the Bulldogs.
Empty set for Coulter Smith. And whistles blow and a timeout. Frederick Douglass saw something they didn't like. We'll be back. 21-14 Douglas here on Glycod.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Better than you punting it and your defense.
3rd down here for the
you got
Bulldogs. We're talking about whether it's 4-down territory. Maybe we won't find out.
I'm thinking you almost have to have two down territory here. I think you might have to go 4 and 4.
Empty set for Coulter Smith.
Your defense has been having trouble. You got to get the first here.
He slings it. It's a long throw, and it's incomplete.
Nice play there by number 7, the DB, E.J. Clinkscale. That's just a long throw.
Yeah, and Grinter out there, but that is
it's a long throw, and that just gives the DB a lot of time to get back on there right there. You almost want to come about 4 more yards inside and bring your other wide out 4 more yards inside, and that way your quarterback can make a nice strong throw there, because that was just like forever, and the DB gave him an opportunity to knock the ball down. 4th down here.
Yeah, it looks like it is indeed a go-for-it play.
Look for number 5.
Mail on their own 47. They've got to make the Douglas 43.
I'm going with corner route, and I'm going to do it on the short side of the field with Max Gainey. I'm going to send somebody short in front of him and put Gainey on the corner on this side and let him make a play. Or an over route to the corner this way, but I'm giving Gainey's getting the opportunity.
Timeout Mail. We will take the break as well. We'll be right back. Big play coming up on Glycod.
Go with your stud.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Biggest 4th down play of the season today coming up here. And, Joe, you're looking at the numbers. And, again, Douglas almost doubling up Mail in time of possession.
23-12. It's not very common for the Mail Bulldogs to be outdone on time of possession.
4th down and 10. Their own 47. They got to make the Douglas 43. 2 receivers right, 1 left for Coulter Smith. Play fake. Sets to throw. Steps up. He's going to run for it. He's got room. First down. Down to the 38-yard line.
Nice play there by Coulter Smith right there. As you see, he wasn't trying to style at that time. He made sure he got the first down. And number 24 right there, Deron Neal, makes a huge play right there, saving tackle for the Broncos, but Coulter Smith comes up big. Comes up big right there.
He ends up at the 36. It's a first down.
And that's what your seniors are supposed to do, come up big for you. Your seniors make senior plays right there, and that's what Coulter Smith just did.
Smith ready with a first down call. Just made a big play on 4th down. Hands Gates. He stumbles and gets back to the line and no more.
Yeah, Gates slipped a little bit. And big number 52 right there, Johnny on the spot for the that's D'Amico Kinney. right there for the Broncos. What a nice tackle right there, but Gates slips and gives him a little advantage there.
Second down at 10. Bulldogs down 7.
Mill trying to come off that left tackle, how Gates scored earlier right there, but this time the Broncos are waiting for it.
Shemai Gates the setback. Smith in a pistol formation. No, he goes up under center. Everybody's bunched in tight. Fakes to Gates, looks to throw, roll him right, sets, fires, Gainey 20, Gainey 10, Gainey to the house.
Nice bootleg play. That's a huge bootleg play right there. Kind of been giving it to Gates, giving it to Gates, giving it to Gates. Then you fake it to Gates and do a little bootleg action right there. He comes back to the open side, hits Gainey on the crossing route, and Gainey does what Gainey's supposed to do. That's why he is all glycod. That's why he's all first team. We can't call him Big Ten or SEC or ACC, but he's first team KSHAA, 6A Player of the Year candidate.
Extra point. Snap was low. Flag came in. The kick was good, but we've got a flag.
Low snap there.
Steron Davidson really did a good job to corral it.
Great job by the holder right there.
Substitution infraction on Frederick Douglass. So here's my question. How much do you think about kicking the extra point here, Joey?
Well, does the substitution infraction negate the point? Or is the point good? If the point's good,
they're going to call the point good. They're going to take
offsides. He said offsides. He did an offsides, and so
no.
So yeah, if it's offsides, then they have to replay the play, right? Is that correct? Yeah.
You move it. It's
offside. So yeah, you have to come back.
I think they're going for 2 here.
They are going for 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Move it up a yard.
Buckle up.
Hey, this is it. This is huge right here. They just made the extra point, correct?
They did, but now they're going to go for 2.
And so, yeah, this is huge right here. And this is going to be Wildcat action.
Wildcat formation. Shemai Gates is the quarterback in this formation. Gates keeps it himself. He's hit high. He spins.
No.
I don't think he got there.
No, he did not get that. No, he did not get that. Oh, my goodness.
Turned back by Frederick Douglas.
Oh, my goodness. The Frederick Douglass defense just put 7 right there in the middle. They don't go for the fake, and they all go to Gates. And Gates has no room to run. And this last 4-17, the male Bulldog defense is going to have to come up huge here. They're going to have to come up with some kind of 3 and out and try to get the ball back. But that's huge. Just a huge play by the Broncos after a great play by Max Gainey. Max Gainey catch Coulter with a great bootleg. Fake it to him, bootlegs to the right. Hits Gainey on the crossing route. Gainey takes it to the house. The offsides negates the field goal, I guess. I believe that's the correct call. Is that right?
I'm not sure whether you have the option to decline it or they just had to go from the 1.
The offside, did the offside negate? If it negated the field goal, then you had to go for 2. If it did not.
I mean, you could have kicked the point anyway.
Well, yeah, you could have.
It was a yard closer.
But then again, you're 5 yards deep again.
Yeah.
You're 5 yards deep, and they penetrated 2, and he never got back to the line of scrimmage.
The 21-20.
And Van Landingham's had some really good onside kicks, so I guess you do it again here.
Yeah, Douglas is uptight. They are definitely wary of it. Landingham kicks it straight down the middle.
Down and dirty.
And it picked up by Talbert across the 25,
he's got room.
the 30,
he's got room.
the 40, and he is hauled down by the kicker at the 44-yard line.
Saves the Bulldogs on that. Van Landingham with the save. Talbert had room, had a seam, and cuts to the right, and Van Landingham saves the Bulldogs.
So bad bounce, good tackle for Landingham on that one.
Yeah, that was a gutsy play by the kicker to save the Bulldogs right now, giving them life here with 4 minutes to go. That's if he doesn't make that play, it's touchdown. So here we go, the Bulldog defense.
1st and 10 at the 44. Frederick Douglass has led for about a half now. It was 7-0 for a long time. Douglas broke on top just before intermission, and they have held that lead since, but it is a single point. Stroutman Gets that shift. Pharaoh Watts, and he is grabbed in the backfield, and he's not getting away this time.
There is number Javion Dorsey with a nice play. That's just what you need right there. They got some timeouts, but I don't know if you use it this quick. Not this quick.
Looks like no.
Not this quick, no. That's a great play there by Dorsey right there. You know, the top defense in 6A has to show up now. You're the top defense in 6A football, Male Bulldogs. Time to shine. Time to make the plays here. Time to get a 3 and out.
2nd and 13 at the 41. Stroutman, there's the shift. Stroutman hands Watts, and there's just nothing there. I don't know if he even got back to the line. If he did, that's as good as could be said. Third down.
Another big play there by the Bulldogs. That's just what they need. That's just what the Bulldogs need. Another big play right there.
They're holding those timeouts still.
Yeah,
Third down.
They're doing great on that. So the clock's running. You got
2 in your pocket, 3rd and 13 here.
You got Colin Jefferson, your DB out there that's making plays right there. So now, what do you do here? Do you bring it, or do you play for the pass, or do you just play your base defense? Play your base. Play your base. Play your base.
Troutman looks at the side. They're going to take every second of time that they can. I can guarantee you that. Stroutman going to throw. Takes a shot. Got a man out there, one-on-one. Up for grabs.
What a catch. Did
Incomplete.
he catch? Oh, he called it incomplete. He called it incomplete. It looked like the receiver took it away from the DB.
I thought so too, but incomplete.
And they're talking about it, and they're going to call it incomplete, but it looked like the DB had a very nice play right there, and then it looked like the offensive player took it away from him.
Chenault was trying to wrestle it away, and they say no sale.
And they say it must have bounced on the ground. So
credit to Coach McPeak for taking the kill shot.
Hey,
there.
that's gutsy right there. Hey, you go with your big dog. Go with your man.
So 4th down. Male about to get it back.
Male going to get it back here. The Bulldogs, make sure you do not go in and rough the punter. It looks like they're setting up for a return there. They kicked it left last time. You got Gainey over there on the left. Let's see what happens.
4th and 13. Ranvier, clean snap, and he gets it out of there. It's a low kick, fair catch. Called for and taken around the 20-yard line.
Nice job right there. So we talked about how imperative and how imperative that one series was when Gates ran off for 67 yards. How big is this now? You thought that was big.
Colossal.
You thought that was big. Wow, this is and don't forget, they got Van Landingham over there. All they do is get in Van Landingham range, and I'm not sure what his range is. I don't know.
I think they'd love to not need to find out.
Yeah, I don't know what his range is, but, if they get it down there close, they could always kick one in. But, well, let's see what the Male Bulldogs going to come up with this series.
21-yard line. Down by a point. 2:23. Coulter Smith, empty backfield.
Blitz.
Looked like might have been offsides. He's got a man out there, and he didn't see it. It's incomplete. I thought that Frederick Douglas came across a little early, but apparently not.
He had a free run, and he just played the snap right. Smith saw a little pressure and threw it out to the wide man early. He had a man inside. I believe it was Gainey was the receiver inside was wide open, and he just threw it. Like I said, hey, when you're a quarterback out there, you can see it good here, but when somebody's coming flying at your head,
it's a little different.
Yeah, a little different. Yeah. So, hey, he just tried to get rid of it, and he did a good job of getting rid of it, come back 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
But I don't think Frederick Douglas is going to make that mistake again and leave Gainey open on the inside. I think they just realized what they did.
Empty set again. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Coulter Smith showing pressure are the Broncos. And there it comes again off the same side. Complete to Gainey. Can Gainey shake free? He's got a 1st down. He's up to the 36. Maybe pushing it a little further. It'll be a 1st down. And wherever they mark it.
Yeah, Coulter Smith and the boys, they saw that Gainey's hot right there. We call it a hot route. He's right across the middle there. The number 6, the linebacker blitzes in. Gainey's open. They saw it that time. Move the chains. 2 minutes. You still got some time.
18 yards on that one. 1st down at the 39. Clock has stopped, and now it starts again. 2 minutes.
And will they bring that linebacker again, or will he wait? Will he back off and guard Gainey? That's a decision that the Broncos have to make.
Empty set for Smith again. He is the option. Trips to his right, which is the open side of the field. Smith to throw. Got time. Got all kinds of time. Now rolls out right. Long throw. Grinter. He is out of bounds. Incomplete. It would have only been 5 or 6 yards anyway.
Good job there of Smith. Just trying to get what he can get, but I think he throws it high enough and far enough where only his man can catch it. And that time the Broncos showed blitz, but the linebacker backed out, and they played for the hot route for Gainey going across the middle right there. And then the DBs they're just playing back. They're just like, if Mayo were to do like a 12 and out, they might be open, but they're just going for takeoffs right now. And that's all the Bronco defense. They're just standing back there just waiting.
2nd and 10 at the 39. 101 seconds. Mayo down by 1.
You might want to go with your offense here. Hand off.
Grinter comes in motion. It's a play fake. He's going to take a shot. Downfield. Nobody's out there except defensive backs. It's incomplete. Well over the head of Fuller.
Yeah, got a lot of pressure right there. Quarterback looking for a receiver. Can't find anybody. Got some good defensive pressure there by the Broncos. It's just a 2-receiver route right there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of options on that.
Yeah, you Gainey going crossing to the right, and then you had Josh Fuller crossing to the left. Not much there, and the Bronco defense just settling in, getting pressure on the quarterback. He just let it fly.
3rd and 10 at the 39.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, they've got to gain some yards here. They've, last 2 plays have been more like just Hail Marys, and they've got to come up with something. They got to get some yards here.
Gates the setback beside Coulter Smith.
12, 15 yards, anything.
And now whistles blow, and we got a timeout, Mayo. They have to use one of their 2 timeouts. We'll take the break as well. Mayo down 1 here on Glycod.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
So Mayo has to call one of their 2 timeouts. 3rd down and 10.
And they just look a little out of sync. And, at going down through it, they haven't really had any nail-biter games. They haven't had any close games.
No.
The close game was the Manual game. That's 30-23.
But even that really wasn't as close as the score. They were up more than that. And
Right. They haven't had any situation like this.
See what Coulter Smith's got on 3rd and 10. Smith to throw. Pressure comes. And he is going to be dragged down. Big loss. That's a sack. 4th down and a ton.
And that's who has been bringing pressure earlier. And he's bringing pressure again. That's Jaquan Rufus, who came in earlier on a play. And Rufus comes in with maybe one of the biggest plays in Frederick Douglas football this season thus far.
The clock's running. It's 4th down and a mile. Mayo's over here looking about it, thinking about it. You've got a timeout.
But do you want to use it?
What are you going to do if you don't get this?
Yeah, you're going to have to use a timeout. It's 4th and forever.
It is.
And there's not many in these playbooks, and they're just going to back up. But I don't know.
4th and 19, yeah.
Am I going to say
you throw it
old
short
school hook and lateral? Hook and lateral?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You might well call that.
Yeah, you throw it to Gainey, and he pitches over to Harris. Anything.
Right.
That's most I can think of. Hook and ladder, or send 3 receivers over there and throw it up, or send 2 guys down, have 3 receivers together, and then have one bust out.
Break one off the bunch.
Break off and pass the 1st down marker. You've got to do. But the last couple plays, Rufus has been in there. He's been in there giving the quarterback pressure. So
it's been a big advantage. Frederick Douglass has dropped 4 DBs about 20 yards off the ball, and they're going to come up somewhat, but they're still, you got 4 guys 15-ish yards off. So they are leaving a big cushion here. Bulldogs need 19. 4th down. Smith. There's the rush. He has to throw, and it's
knocked down.
Knocked down by number 56. Scrimmage. And Frederick Douglass is going to come into Mayo and win on their first trip.
And that's Evan Case right there knocking the ball down. That was Rufus giving him pressure on the backside. He had to step up in, throws it. Evan Case knocks it down. Frederick Douglass, shocker.
Well, you play those tough games early in the season, and nights like tonight are why you play them, so that you're ready.
So
the Broncos call a timeout.
They call a timeout
just to
settle everybody
down, get everybody under control, and say go out here and kneel down.
Well, and that's the thing in high school football. When you say you're going to kneel it down, you can't do anything about it. When you tell the official, we're going to kneel it down, there's no swiping at the ball. There's no bringing 3 or 4 in. It's just we got to stand here and take it. So, do they tell the official, we're going to kneel down? We're just going to take a shotgun snap, kneel down? You can. Then the Mayo Bulldogs are basically defenseless.
Yeah.
Which is.
Got 1 timeout, but that doesn't help you a great deal.
No, it doesn't help you at the moment. But, what do you, do you swipe at the ball? Do you try to push the center back? But if they say they're going to kneel it, there's nothing you can do. The referees. But I don't see how they could say that with a 1-point lead.
They've got everybody up under center. Here they go.
I was going to say, can they concede it? Okay.
They kneel down.
Good. I didn't know how that worked. In high school, I've seen when they kneel it, the referee says you can't touch them. But
a lot of teams kneel out of the shotgun, bizarre as it seems. But they got up under center. They run a lot of stuff out of shotgun.
Is Mayo not using the timeout? They're not going to make them run at least 2 more plays out of that?
They're out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
They called it before the 4th down.
That's right, before the 4th down. I apologize. My fault.
So this is it. There's a kneel for Frederick Douglass, and they are going to come in here and win. The Broncos move back up to 6A, and they are going to the state semifinals in their first season in 6A since 2017, 2018. They were in 6A. They moved down to 5A. Now they're back up in 6A. But they pull a 21-20 upset tonight here at Mayo.
And that's their 5th straight semifinal appearance. That's whether it be 5A or 6A, this is going to be their 5th straight. And the Bulldogs are going for their 6th straight, and they just fall a little short tonight.
Up a point short tonight
just a little
against
short.
The Broncos of Frederick Douglass. We'll be back to recap it, tell you about next week's matchups, and tell you our most outstanding players. But Frederick Douglass with the upset, a 21-20 winner at Mayo here on Glycon.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
1965 Mayo graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And so the run ends here for the Male Bulldogs. A great 2023 season, but one that comes up a point short of advancing to the semifinals next week, which the Frederick Douglas Broncos will now do. Male finishes 11-2. Frederick Douglas moves on at 8-4, and it looks like Frederick Douglas will play Trinity. So, you know, out of the fireplace into the frying pan. But they did beat the Shamrocks, as we mentioned, in week 2. And obviously they are no stranger now to coming to Louisville and taking down one of the powers in the state. So they'll try to do the same thing next week.
It'll be a different animal if they come to Trinity this time. Won't be nice and sunny. Won't be that nice August weather.
No.
And there'll be a hoot of green and white in the stands.
Indeed.
And it'll be going crazy over there. And if that's the case, with the RPI and how that works, they've got a battle on their hands.
I think Steve's right. Steve Bird sent that along, and I've got the RPI rankings. Of course, Male was number 1, Trinity was number 2. So Douglas, unless one of the teams pulled an upset, and one of those teams was playing Trinity, and that was 31-0. So I don't think there's anything crazy in the results that would justify changing.
Bryan Station is up. I think they're 49-6, maybe. Is that correct?
Sounds like they will move on.
They will move on.
Well,
so
we'll look at all that in a minute. But first, let's recap tonight's situation. Well, okay, here we go. We do have it here. We pulled it up. There is the RPI, and, of course, it's only the regular season RPI that matters. So, okay, you can strike out Male now. Douglas advances. They're number 6. Again, unless number 7 or number 8 won, and number 8 was playing Trinity and was down 31-0. So the only other possibility is if Central Hardin upset Ballard, which I feel like Ballard is ahead in that. I don't recall the exactitudes, but that must be the situation. If that is indeed so, then that's the matchup.
Correct.
But here's how Douglas did it. They were ahead 14-7 at intermission, came out, and probably the underrated play, the thing that will be forgotten tonight, is they came out and took the second half kickoff and held the ball for 7 minutes and 17 seconds, drove the ball down the field. Pharaoh Watts with a 1-yard touchdown run. That was big because it made the lead 21-7 after the extra point from Ranvier, but it also ate up 2/3 of a quarter.
4 minutes left. You start out at 12 and you get down to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And not only take it down there, but you score.
Yeah, so
you score.
That was big. Now, Shemai Yates answered. It's 67-yard run 42 seconds later. Henson's extra point made it 21-14, 4:01 to go in the third. The next score came in the fourth quarter. Male had a promising drive in the third quarter that ended Clay with a big interception at the 10-yard line for Douglas. Turned Male back, but in the fourth quarter, Smith able to connect with Max Gainey one more time. 36-yard connection, 21-20, 4:17 to play. The extra point was good, but there was an offsides penalty on Frederick Douglas. And then Male went for 2. Went out of the Wildcat. Shemai Yates kept it, and he was close, but on 2-point plays, like horseshoes and hand grenades, it's not a matter of close. It's a matter of did you get it done or not, and he didn't get in.
And my thought is on that, forgive me if I say it wrong, I don't know, but on the extra point, since they're offsides, do you not say the extra point is good, or do you have to redo the extra point?
I think it was a choice situation, but of course it shortened the distance.
It did shorten the distance.
Made it half the distance. And Coach Wolf, having some momentum, had the last two scores.
Did he pull points off the board?
I think he pulled points off the board to go for the win.
I wasn't for sure how they called that.
Douglas got it back, had another possession, made it out across the 40, but no further, and the clock runs out there. 21-20. Frederick Douglass, the win over Mayo. We're going to take a break, be back with another scoreboard update, and then tonight's most outstanding players. Douglas, a 21-20 winner tonight here on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Lines are wet, not just blinds. Lines are wet, not just blinds.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Doesn't make sense. Well, it's a 21-20 win. Looking at some of the final numbers, a few things that jump out. Frederick Douglass rushed it 44 times for 175 yards. Just some old-fashioned smash-mouth football. And it wasn't one guy who did it. They had 3 different backs who had 57, 55, and 51 yards. No big play on the ground.
That's over 150 yards.
I mean, 16 yards the long run, but they just kept churning. They kept pounding it out. 6 for 14 on 3rd down, and here's the real kicker: 4 for 4 on 4th down. That
unbelievable.
Is a big night.
That's just unheard of.
Mail ends up winning the total yardage battle, but it's 264 to 258, so basically a dead heat. The Bulldogs did have 17 first downs to 14 for Frederick Douglass. Time of possession big, though. Frederick Douglass comes in just under 30 minutes. Mail comes in just over 18 minutes. So a tough loss certainly for the Bulldogs, one they'll think about for a while. Here's the scoreboard update from some of the other action. We told you, yeah, and you see it there. As long as Ballard holds off Central Hardin, it will be indeed Trinity, who Frederick Douglass will now go to and play next in the semifinals. The other semifinal would be Ballard playing against Bryan Station. Ballard would host that game. And that's the 6A picture. You saw some of the others out there. A lot of good football still on the table. We encourage you to follow us at glycod.com or on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Glycod, Glycod. We'll keep you posted on what we're going to have for you coming up next week. And in the following week, you never know. Got those state title games. Depends on who's going to be playing whom and when. But, again, stay tuned with Glycod and check that out. We're going to step away for a break one more time. Be back to tell you tonight's most outstanding players. Frederick Douglas, a 21-20 win over Mail here on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamlined this paperwork and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Last season, Glycod streamed over 160 games. As our presence grows throughout Kentucky and Southern Indiana, we have a need for production, sales, and social media support. If you've ever wanted to pursue a career in the fast-paced world of broadcasting but didn't know how, these opportunities could be for you. For more information, please contact info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Thanks for sticking with us tonight. Frederick Douglass, a 21-20 winner here at Mail. It's the time where we tell you tonight's most outstanding players, and they are presented by State Farm Insurance agents Mike Shelton and Brian Morrison. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. A lot of ways these could have gone, but at the end of the day, picked a couple of guys who were pretty instrumental in making this the game it was. For Mail, Shemai Gates goes out with an impressive final game, 12 carries, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns, had a 67-yard score that brought the Bulldogs back in it. Again, found the end zone twice on a night when his team had 20 points. So a nice game for Shemai Gates, but I'm sure he wishes there was a little bit more. Meanwhile, for Frederick Douglass, a kid who just had moxie all over the place. Jackson Stroutman.
Sophomore.
He's a sophomore quarterback. He wasn't even supposed to be the quarterback. Cole Carpenter was supposed to be the quarterback, but he's hurt. And so Stroutman, as a sophomore, stepped in. You know, the numbers are not dazzling. He was 9 of 19 for 83 yards, but he threw a touchdown. He ran for a touchdown, and he just always looked comfortable out there.
He showed grit. He showed composure. He showed he is the leader of this team. He showed that as I go, we will go. You know, when a sophomore can do that, you know, and it wasn't micromanaged or anything like that. He was out there doing stuff. It wasn't just like we're going to let him hand off deep in an I formation 40 times.
No, he made
was
some
out there,
plays.
Yeah, he was out there making plays. So and like I said, sophomores in games like this, when they make a difference, they'll either kill you or they'll help you win. And tonight, he helped them win.
Well, and that means it's done for the male Bulldogs, 11-2. And as the poet wrote, of all the words of tongue and pen, the saddest are these, what might have been. It ends in the quarterfinals for the Bulldogs. Again, encourage you to follow us on Glycod and see where we'll be next week.
Congratulations, though, to those Bulldogs.
Tip of the hat to the Broncos
guys,
of Frederick Douglas.
Yeah, of course.
Came here and
those
earned
guys. They came in and balled out, and they gave the Bulldogs everything they wanted, and then some. And you know, you think of Smith, Gainey, Gates. You know, a lot of those seniors. You know, you just look at that. You know, those linebackers. You know, those guys. You know, they've been balling out, man. They've been this program for the last few years. You know, they've been to a state championship, came up short last year. You know, before that, another state championship. You know, those guys, they've been the heart and soul of this male program, and now they're leaving, so it's led to another group. So that's going to be, you know, Spike Souls and a couple other guys. You
Antonio Harris,
Colin
Jefferson, I think, will be in for a big season.
Yeah. These guys are going to come back, but you know, we just hate to see it end before it should end. And like, I just want to say congratulations to those male kids out there. We're super proud of you, and and good luck to you in your future endeavors. But you know, we love watching you guys, and I know you're going to do positive and great things in the future.
Look forward to seeing some of you on Saturday, and look forward even more to seeing what you do in the real world beyond Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah,
and
the way
Sundays.
they play out here, these kids are all winners. They're all gonna beat something. They're gonna be something.
And
positive.
I don't know if this will be the end of my season, so I will preempt that possibility by saying something I say at the end of every season. I said this off the cuff the first season I did with Glycod, but I want to say it, and so I say it again every season. If you're out in the world, you will hear a lot of people say this is a generation that's soft, that's entitled, that doesn't have the gumption like we did when we walked 107 miles uphill backwards both, yada, yada, yada. It's not. And if you have any doubts about that, come out here or turn on your media device and watch a game. Watch these guys fight and compete and leave blood and guts on the field. I'm looking out there right now, and I see male players hugging family members.
Still on the field.
They emptied the tank.
Still on the field, yeah.
And I don't have any doubt about the future of our country, of our world. The kids will be fine. They will leave it better than they inherited. And that is my blessing on Mail, on Frederick Douglass, and on all of you tonight. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to my team, Tim Bryan, my producer, Steve Bird, the senior producer, Joey Hamilton, my analyst, Greg Bryan, my cameraman. Always proud to be part of this team here at Glycod, and proud to bring you a great game. Frederick Douglass will move on. They win 21-20. Thanks for watching, and good night.